Hello, internet, and I'm sure that's still. I hope that was still on our captions.
I really hope so.
I hope so.
Perfect. I'm gonna start saying that every time before we go live. Hi, everyone. We're here to play some Dragon Age. Welcome to Red Jenny, where where we be gay, do drugs, hail Satan.
We found our new favorite song before the stream, everyone.
But yeah, we're here to play some of that Dragon Age TTRPG again tonight, and we got a lot to get through, a lot of fun stuff coming up, just like every week. So I'm gonna be quick in talking about what we've got going on the channel. So if you are watching us live right now, welcome. And we have a whole lineup of shows that you can join us through throughout the week. Our next regularly scheduled stream after this one would normally be on Tuesdays. However, they're taking a week off this week. So I believe our next regularly scheduled stream will be on Thursday then for Elegant Creatures, which we are very close to wrapping up. I believe, what, two more sessions?
Two left.
Yeah, so come join us for the epic finale as we go to the moon in Elegant Creatures. So I'll let Sid talk more about that if Sid wants to share any more of her.
Nope, that's all the context I want. We're going to the moon. Okay. That's it.
Perfect. The rest of our lineup is below our faces. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you can see everything that we do here throughout the week. We play lots of different games, different shows, different genres. There's something for everyone here. So hang out and watch us play games. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything like really super special going on this week. Otherwise, just business as usual. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my lovely players here to talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight, starting with Van.
Hi, that's me. I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. I am live on Twitch several days a week. Sunday nights on twitch.tv/lbhack'emup, playing Monster of the Week. And here, Thursdays through Mondays, playing in several games or running Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday mornings. Tonight, I am playing Venehn, who is an elven rogue. Probably the most pissed off one in the party right now.
Did I do that? Hey!
Yes.
I did. Christina Sid. You can find me all over the internet at Greek Sid. Mostly taking a break from social medias in general, but I'm there, so you can see stuff from 2 years ago. I'm also in the Discord, the GGK Discord. I hang out there a lot of the time and spend way too much time on ESO lately. Anyway, you can find me here as a GGK exclusive Thursdays through Mondays. As Val said, I run our game of Elegant Creatures Monster of the Week on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern. Got 2 more left. Penultimate episode this Thursday, 7 o'clock. Come check it out. Yep, we're on the moon, and I'm giving you no further context. That's it. Tonight, I am playing... I've forgotten my character's name. Yasmera. Dude, I have not left the clothes that I slept in. I played ESO for about 7 hours. I ate dinner, and then I came here. So, what's up? It's one of those days. I'm playing Yasmera. She is a Kunari rogue. The tallest and probably, after she gets yelled at by Venehn, the most sheepish member of the party.
It's me. Sup, y'all? It's just your blah. Oh, wow, I forgot mine for a second there. Sup, y'all? It's me, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. You can follow me on the Twitters at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot bar, talking about my hyperfocus this week, because perfectly timed as always, One Piece new spoilers dropped, and God tier Oda writing once again. But yeah, you can find me here as a GGK regular, and also start following Unmade Podcast, because some stuff is happening there that your slime is gonna be on. So come check that stuff out. It's gonna be pretty pretty cool. Tonight, though, I am playing Garas, the elven rogue of the party, who is fueled by blood and vengeance.
It's pronounced Venehn.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
I'm so glad we don't have to do this bit anymore of y'all using each other's
For
names.
now.
Well, if Garahel wants to thank us, I'm probably gonna cop to my own name finally.
Look, if
Or
I
he
run
might
into
be
my-
dead, I don't know.
If I run into my best friend, the Duke, who knows?
He's not gonna remember.
No, he's not.
Maybe.
Sita,
Who
go
knows?
ahead and go.
All right, yeah. Hi, guys. I'm Sita. You can find me here every Monday playing with these beautiful people in this beautiful game. You can also find me at the next scheduled session of Escape Velocity, which I think is next Tuesday. Does anybody have the data on that? I believe we are on schedule for this upcoming
C,
Tuesday.
as far as I know.
Yeah, come check it out. I'm joining the group. It's going to be a blast. You can also find me the next time you move that box that is in the top of your shelf that you forgot about until that very moment. So, thanks for leaving me up there for so long. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But if we touch you, you lose your magic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I can't say that. Don't say that.
TOS. TOS.
Tonight I will be playing Eckert, the human. Wait, no, that's not right. No, I'm playing Carter, the human mage, and the man, perhaps the least emotionally involved in what's going on right now of the group, more so than usual.
I liked that
Fair.
pause because it sounded like you were just gonna say like Carter, the man.
The man.
The man.
Human man.
Yep,
Carter the human.
Carter Humanman.
Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games, and I other than this game, I run a game called Ward 47 on Saturdays where we play Parslings. So you can join us for that this coming Saturday, our next installment. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm taking the recaps back because we're no longer in heist mode. Y'all have discovered everything. Previously on Red Jenny, the gang, the crew, the squad succeeded in their heist. A clever use of positioning and tactics around the ballroom and gathering information led Venehn to having infiltrated and stashed away a sizable amount of loot within the Royal Guard's armory, having secured your prizes, which you were then released from with the help of your friend Garas, who had avoided a confrontation or a sticky situation, babysitting a drunk Duke for the evening. While all of that was going on and your prizes were being secured, Yaz had infiltrated or spied on a royal gathering in the war room of the Winter Palace in the royal quarter, where she overheard some planning the pleas of the warden, Grey Warden Garahel, as he and his sister Isaiah had requested aid from both the Chantry and the Orlesian Imperial forces for an assistance in breaking the siege of Hosburg in Antiva. They, from Yaz's gatherings, did not seem to go well for the Grey Warden. The nobility having seemed to make up their mind to protect their own interests rather than risk overextending themselves to assist in this siege. Yaz also gathered a little bit more information as she noticed your greatest enemy at this party, Duke or Marquis Valmont, who was also spying on this meeting and seemed rather pleased with its outcome. While after your espionage, Yaz returned to the courtyards where she met up with Wolf, shared some information, and got to see Wolf's face, the face behind the mask, the beautiful elven person that
May I just say that in my notes for that interaction is just me writing "Wolf Dalish" with a heart underneath it. That is
Yes.
apparently what I wrote.
you did learn that that Wolf does have Dalish markings and appears to be a member of Dalish clan. Yeah, more information forthcoming there, I'm sure. What else was going on throughout the thing? I'm trying to remember what Carter got up to during all of this.
I strong armed a briefcase.
You did, yeah. So
you did. Clutch.
as Venehn and
No, briefcase is much bigger.
as Venehn and Garas made their escape from the armory
me today.
using making out as a distraction to scare off some other dalliances going on in the corridor here.
When you phrase it like that,
Reggie
it sounds
can
like we were
break.
making out like so horribly that it frightened people.
Yeah, essentially.
No, we just had to end Reggie's night in general.
Yeah,
so-
We
you
owe that
sort
man
of-
some money.
We really
do.
do owe him something.
However, in the process of concocting this distraction, one of the briefcases was stolen temporarily as Carter noticed the this I keep saying briefcase it is a cello
Music.
case.
Yeah.
The case was being carried by another one of the attendees through the ballroom, and Carter, in a rather quick thinking, confronted this figure on the ballroom floor and was able to wrest the case from them, utilizing some social standing and your position.
As an
Having
attorney.
secured, huh?
Nothing. It was a bad joke. I don't want to explain it.
Having secured your loot, you made your way Ocean's 11 style out of the Winter Palace towards your carriage. And as you were loading up into your carriage, I believe Yaz and Venehn, mostly Yaz, noticed some that the Grey Warden Garahel and company were loading into their carriage. And as it was pulling off, noticed a splash of red paint on the rear of it. Yaz noticed that as well. The carriage driver for Marquis Valmont's carriage had similar or identical spots of red paint upon their boots. Putting two and two together and worrying for the fate of the warden and company, you sped off into the night with Arlo and Wolf, making a quick retreat through the city, attempting to catch the warden's carriage. And you did so, however, noticing just outside of Halam Sharal, the carriage was seemingly ambushed and seemed to be burning. As you attempted to make your approach, an arrow unfortunately took out your carriage driver, leading the four of you and Wolf to essentially deal with the situation on foot. And that is where we are picking up here today.
Can I ask for one detail? I know you said it, but
Yes, you definitely
it
can.
slid off my brain. Who did the painting? Who had the paint on their boots?
That was the carriage driver to Marquis Valmont.
Right. Okay.
Any other questions?
There's just a lot of French names.
Yes.
I worked very hard for several sessions to keep them straight, and they're starting to slide off the brain meat a little bit.
I can't
need
remember my own name. Come on.
as the four of you, or I guess five of you, leaving Arlo having been told to stay put by Wolf, jump out of the carriage, grabbing your weapons, and approaching the hillside on foot, where you can see these brigands currently positioned. The flames, your only light source in this evening, in this dark evening. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
1 point of order.
Do we just?
Uh-huh.
It's just the 3 dice and the initiative number, right? This game gets me.
Yes.
I get so fucked up between Saturdays and this, and I don't know why.
It is your dexterity. It is 3d6 plus your dexterity. If you have a proficiency in initiative, you add your initiative bonus to it as well.
Under initiative, it says defense plus focus on the sheet. That can't
that's
be
wrong.
right.
No, that's
My defense is way
incorrect.
too high. For some reason, having like a different initiative on Saturdays and then this being our next game with initiative fucks my shit up.
100%.
Point of order, then.
Yes.
You may add +2 to your initiative.
Special knife.
Special knife.
Yeah.
You find yourself stirred forward a little faster than you normally would.
Hey.
Carter got a 15.
15.
17 for
I
Yas.
just realized I should bring up a notepad so I can track this. Stupid.
No.
Okay, so Carter got a 15. What'd you get, Yaz?
17.
17 for Yaz. Okay.
18.
Working our way up the list. Garrus.
You better have a 20 at least, Ben. What you got?
18.
24.
Yes,
There we go.
Damn. Yeah, so I'll give you this. You haven't discovered like the true nature of this blade yet. That's probably going to take some research, but you do get its effects either way. You currently have a focus in dexterity initiative, and if you stunt during this combat, you can perform the seize the initiative stunt for 3 points instead of 4.
Whoop.
So.
Nice.
Note that.
Hot dang.
Alrighty. Let
Jeez.
me.
Oh my god.
Somebody else can figure that out while
I got it. Don't worry.
here's one thing I'm gonna do here, just as sort of a narrative contrivance. Wolf is doing stuff. I'm not gonna run Wolf during this fight. I'm essentially, y'all are dealing with a section of the bandits. Wolf is gonna be dealing with their own group as well. But essentially that is concurrent combat encounters, and Wolf has got their shit handled, but I don't want to run an NPC as part of this as well. Essentially, y'all are facing down 6 bandits right now that are both near the carriage and some on top of the hill, and then there seems to be one kind of towards the back that is shouting to the others as if they're getting orders. So you imagine that might be their leader. I do need to roll their initiative as well. So let me get that up. I've got too many windows. So I'm gonna do 1 for all the bandits.
One for all. Detroit smash.
And that's a 14. So they're going after everyone. I said bandits. Brigands is technically the... I don't know if there is a difference, but... Oh, sorry, that would be... I'm wrong. That's a... They rolled a 14, plus 1 is a 15. That's still going to tie with you, Carter. What's Carter's dexterity? Okay, so you are still going before them. And then... That is a 12 plus 2. So, Lieutenant, unfortunately. Okay.
Who all was in the carriage? That's now on fire. Do we know? I mean, we know who it belonged to, but
We only saw Garahil and Asaya get inside, right?
Yes,
saw the
you
two
saw
of them get in,
Garahel
okay.
and Asaya.
So we know at least the 2 of them are in there.
Yes.
And probably some other people. Okay.
Maybe. You only saw the 2 of them get in there, and then potentially possibly their driver. Okay, that is going to be Venn going first.
Oh man, I won't have to seize the initiative.
No, it is yours.
Sweet. I
Wait.
said last time that I pulled out my bow. Because I'm now a journeyman in archery style. I can reload a bow for free.
Hey!
So I don't have to use any actions, which means I probably should have brought up the page in the book about what fucking actions I can take.
Oh, what the minor actions are?
Yeah, I never do them.
Activate, aim, guard up, move,
I can't
prepare, press attack. It's all in 51.
51.
Yeah, essentially, if you're not moving, you can aim every time now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to use the. Thank you, Sid. I'm gonna try to use the carriage as cover. So I'll sort of lean out the door. I will aim as a
Okay.
minor action. And it's a.
There is a rule for cover in this, and I will find it, but you do your thing.
There, I think I have another talent for this one. Is it?
Can we say that I loaded my crossbow on the way over so that I don't have to spend my entire first round?
Yeah, there was essentially there was enough time as you approached
Okay.
to load your crossbow. I will give that to you. Yes, that is my gift.
I'm sorry, I was not prepared to go first.
It's okay. This gives everybody else time to prepare what they're going to be doing.
I thought I had
So-
something else
No worries.
for the. I think I'm thinking of backstab though.
Yeah, the backstab, the what is it, the bluff? You can do deception instead of having to move
Yeah.
and still do backstab.
That's if you're adjacent to an opponent. Okay, I think I'm still thinking of Parslix, and I don't know why. These games are nothing like each other. So yeah, I'll aim and then who can I see, I guess?
You can see a lot of people. Essentially, right now there
How many of them are there?
there are 6 brigands, and then there appears to be 1 like leader to them. So 7 in total.
Okay.
2 of them are currently near, like right by the flaming carriage, and the other 4 appear to be approaching yours, like sprinting towards your carriage, with the leader kind of calling the shots from behind.
Okay. I'm gonna assume Venehn is going to assume that Yaz is ready to fire, that Carter's probably ready to fire, and that Garas is probably gonna get up in the mix with the ones that are getting close. So I'm gonna fire at the leader.
At the leader. Okay.
Yes.
Take a shot.
To try to cut off the head of the snake. They don't have orders. They don't know what to do. Okay. That is 10, 17, 18.
18 does hit.
Okay. With 3. Yes, Dragon Die. 3 stun points. Which I will use to. I don't need to seize the initiative. I will do a. That's what I'm thinking of. I can do Pierce Armor for 1 instead of 2. We can do that.
Yeah.
That's the one I was looking for. So I'll do, for 1, I'll do a Pierce Armor. So his armor rating is half rounded down.
Okay.
And then the other 2, I will. No, that's with a melee attack. I'll do a Mighty Blow to do extra damage.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay. 26, 9, 15.
15 points of damage. Okay.
And his armor is.
Yes. Okay. I'm doing some quick math. Well, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna add up instead of subtracting. That's just easier to do. All right, you fire an arrow that whistles through the air and right past the heads of the encroaching brigands and straight to the one in the back that appeared to be calling the shots. You see them kind of recoil backwards as the arrow hits them in the side, and they sort of crumple over for a bit, letting out a shout. The others continue their march or their sprint forward, kind of raising up their weapons to block any further arrows. But that is a very expertly placed shot and dealt a pretty decent amount of damage to them. Awesome. Venehn, anything else for you?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right. That is Ven's turn. Garas, it is your turn now.
All right, so I'm going to use my free action, since I have quick reflexes, to draw the rapier as I am running up to the other that are running towards the carriage.
Uh-huh.
And you said there was 2 of them running towards the carriage?
4.
4?
Or
Okay.
4 of them running towards your carriage.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm like running up towards these 4 guys, and I would like to use backstab as I'm kind of like running up to them, and I jute to the side, and I like to think I'm going for one person, but then I just quickly pivot and go for another one.
Okay.
Actually, would that be bluff then, since I'm there adjacent to me?
Or
does that
If
start?
you move towards them, it's backstab. If you start adjacent to
Okay.
them, it's
All right,
bluff.
then it'll be backstab then. Okay.
Okay.
So I roll my dexterity still.
Okay.
I remember
Right, so-
that, but not how to fucking roll initiative.
And what's that contested by?
Perception seeing. That is a 15.
That's not going to be enough for them, so you succeed.
All right, so I go to stab that. I like go to stab, but last minute I just go to stab the other one instead.
Okay. Roll your damage.
That is an 18 to hit.
To hit. Yeah, I forgot you have
Yeah,
to roll
and
it
I got
first.
1 stunt dice of 6.
18 does hit, so you can spend your stunt.
I'm going to use I'm going to use lethal blow on that one. Just
Okay.
use majority of my stun points right there for a lethal blow. So I deal 2d6 extra damage.
Uh-huh.
And also, since I did the backstab, that's 4. That's another d6. So that's, and then adding for my rapier also, that's 4d6 plus 8.
Okay. Damn.
Let me plug in the dice. $24 points of damage.
Shit. Okay. You kind of sprint towards one of them like you're going to engage. You can see them raising their weapon to meet you, and then you feint to the side to another one that had seen you going to engage with one of his compatriots, and had kind of lost sight of you. Was focusing on Venehn firing his arrows, and you use that moment to quickly rush them down, and before they can respond, you stab, thrust forward your rapier straight through the center of their neck, and as you connect, you hear a coughing and see the blood running down your rapier before they fall in front of you. You have killed that brigand.
I then take the rapier that's on the brigands that's still stabbing the brigand. I kick them off, and with a floral swing of the rapier, I use my minor action to activate dual stances, I add +1 to my defense.
Your minor action would have been to move.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, no minor action, unfortunately, but you did kill one of the 6 that was that you are currently dealing with. That is Garrus's turn. Yaz, it is your turn now.
All right. I think running past Garas, Yaz will sort of call. Watch out for me. I'm going to the carriage. And she will shoot toward. You said there's 4 rushing up, and then there's like 2, including the leader.
Yeah, now 3 rushing up and 2 over by the carriage.
2 over by the carriage. Does that include the leader?
No.
No. Okay.
So technically 4 rushing up still.
Got it.
If you're
Okay.
including the leader.
She is going to just sort of juke around that melee as possible, and then take a shot at one of the 2 up by the carriage.
Okay.
Not bad, friends. My mouse is being dumb. Give me a moment to actually find my crossbow. Okay. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. And I did get 3 stunt points.
Nice.
One of which I will use to rapid reload.
Okay.
And one of which I will use to pierce armor.
Okay.
And the third of which... I guess tell me if this is something I could do. So if I'm moving up to the carriage, basically, if someone's in the way of the carriage, that's who I tried to shoot. And if I can use my third for skirmish, I just want to like chest kick them out of the way so I could check inside the carriage. Like I want to see if like the fucking hero of Antiva right now is like shot in the chest in this carriage right now. So
yeah, you can definitely do that. You come. How much did you roll damage?
I didn't roll damage. Blah, sorry.
Go into roll damage first. Let's see what happens to the one that you shot.
2d6 plus 5. Whew. Okay, that's 11. 16 points of damage.
Oof. And you didn't pierce armor, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that one is very badly hurt. But they are.
I just kicked him for 1 point of damage.
They are on their literal last leg, but they're still. I think that is enough to like sort of not the arrow or the crossbow bolt hits him like center chest. Is a lethal hit. He just hasn't realized it yet, and as he's like. Holding his weapon and reaching for the crossbow bolt that has just impacted his abdomen, you reach forward and sort of kick him out of the way, and he goes kind of tumbling back through the dirt. The other one was sort of like behind him, and so it was maybe a little bit further from the carriage. And as you reach the carriage, you realize kind of probably why these 2 are here. You can hear some thumping from inside the carriage, and you realize there is a chain that has been like wrapped around the outside of the carriage and sort of like locked shut around it. So it appears that they have enclosed or trapped the 2 that are in there. You can vaguely hear Garahel and Isaiah inside of it, as it sounds like they are both trying to break the door open.
Can I shout to the rest as a free action, or would I have to wait tomorrow?
Yeah, you can talk.
Okay, yeah, I'll just yell at everyone. They're locked inside!
That is Yaz's turn. Carter,
me.
it is you now.
Okay, let's see. Is this one of those games where you can divide up your movement throughout your turn, or do you have to do it all at once?
Yeah, you can divide up your movement. You just have to use, if you're going to move, use your minor action to move.
Then I'm going to to trot along behind Yasmera, and about halfway through, I want to do a mind blast at that group that's charging up at or is engaged with Garas.
Okay. I will say, Garrus is in the midst of them. Can you choose who you affect with the Mind Blast? Or
Is he like in the middle or on the...
Garrus is fully
I'm
in the middle
yeah.
of them at this point, has killed one of the 4 that was approaching, so... You can do it. That's that's the balancing with area of effect stuff.
Kind of to the side then and maybe catch 2 of them.
Well, how big is the...
It's a 2-yard radius. 6 feet.
Here is okay. Yeah, I'll say you can maybe get 2 of them if you move it to the side. We can do that because these would be the 2 like on the far side of where Garrus was. Okay, yeah, you can do that. So you have to roll your to cast your spell.
Yep. 10 plus 5, 15, 17, 19, which is plenty.
Perfect. Did you stun or
no stunts? And they have to beat a 17 strength might.
Okay, strength might. Double checking. Oh, there it is. Jesus, I was looking out there thinking, trying to feel like, where's strength on here? Do they not have a strength stat? So the first one gets a 15. Second one's a 10. What was it?
Okay, so they're both knocked prone, and since they both failed, they also get no major actions next turn.
No major actions. Okay, but no damage.
No damage to Mind Blast.
Perfect. Okay.
And then I'll finish my move catching up to the other carriage.
Okay. That is Carter's turn, so the brigands are gonna go first. With the movement of where everybody is at right now, I think... Oof. Do the 3 that... I'm debating whether the 3 that are around Garrus are just going to attack Garrus because he's right there. No. I think the way that they're going to rectify this is... Because you move towards the carriage, Carter? You're like at the carriage with Yaz? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Ven has the arrow. Yeah, I think Ven's a threat too. So, yeah, 2 of them are going to sort of flank Garrus right now, and move in on him with their essentially like the bludgeons that they're carrying mauls, so just like kind of heavy looking hammers. And one of them that was still running up is going to continue to close the distance towards Ven. The brigand, yeah, so I'll do their turn first, and then the one that's over by Yaz is going to attack Yaz. Or the 2 that are over Yaz. I forgot the other one's still alive. I was counting him as dead. So
You can do that if you want.
let's do the attacks against Garrus first. So it's gonna be 2 attacks against you.
Okay.
Jeez, I rolled trip 1s on that. So that's only an 8 to hit you. I don't think that's gonna. Or sorry, 8 to hit you. I think that's gonna miss.
Yep.
God, and the other one rolls a 10.
Yep, that misses.
Wow, that's absolutely terrible. You 2 suck.
Or maybe I'm just that
You
good,
guys
you know?
suck.
I'm just that good is what it is, really.
Have we ruled before whether if you stunt on a miss, you still can use your stunt points? Have I let y'all do that? I
Pretty
can't
sure you
remember.
told us no.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm willing to keep it that way. I didn't remember if I'd let
I feel
y'all
like
do
there
that.
is, or maybe it was for like a social thing or something.
I know
definitely-
last time I asked in combat, I got told no.
Okay, then we'll go with no. I think that's fair.
Unless
I
you
just
want to change it. I mean,
No, I'm fine with it. I
a
just
lot
want
of
to
them, just like, especially the combat stunts, a lot of them rely on having already hit.
having already hit, yeah,
So-
and that's what I was thinking. So, yeah, both of them swing at you, Garrus, and you definitely avoid them.
I do a breakdance. I do a breakdance spin on my back.
Since they are both right up on you, though, I think they'll use their minor action to guard up. They're very wary
No,
of
I
you.
just want Venehn and Garas like mid-battle to do kid and play together and like use that to somehow kick people's asses. It'd be amazing.
So they both kind of raise their guards as they are focused on you, Garrus. The other two that are over by Yaz are going to attack her. That's much better.
Am I not a hot enough target for him?
That's fair. Oh, okay, one of them will attack you, one will attack Yaz.
You're so hot that they don't want to attack you.
That's a 15 against
They
you,
don't want
Yaz.
to. They don't want to fuck that bread and
I think
butter.
that just hits. Let me double check. Yeah, now that hits.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go roll damage against, or roll the attack against Carter 2. That's also a 15.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So against Yaz, that is 8 points of damage.
Okay, and so I subtract my
Your armor. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And against Carter, it's 11 points of damage.
Ooh.
Or sorry, 12.
Ouch.
Those two didn't hit. Those two attacked. Okay, that is all the. Oh, sorry, Venehn. I don't want to forget you. The last one has rushed up straight at you, Venehn, and takes a swing in your direction.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Is it meets? Beats?
Yeah, meets beats.
Yeah, my defense is 15.
Okay. That is 9 points of damage against you, Venehn.
And that's minus armor.
Minus armor.
Cool, because I have good armor now.
Yay!
Say the number again, I'm so sorry.
9.
9.
9.
My armor's 5.
Oh, nice. So you only take
Hey!
4.
Nice.
I got that cool coat.
Hell yeah.
Cool duster.
Cool duster.
Cool duster.
Doesn't even do armor. It's just you're so cool that nothing can touch you.
Yeah.
That's what the duster does.
Yeah.
The
It deflects
leader,
Yeah.
I think, seeing the 3 that are struggling with Garrus right now, probably is,
Seeing the incompetence of his men.
yeah, probably moves up to assist them, and so I think it's gonna make an attack against Garrus, drawing his long sword.
No.
Okay, that one has to hit. That's a 19.
That does hit. Yeah.
All right, that's 4 stunt points. What's his favorite stunt?
Backflips.
Dying.
No.
Death!
Sitting down and having a tea party.
Having a nice moment.
He's going to use seize the initiative
Oh.
Questioning his life choices.
with his 4, which moves him to the top of the initiative order. Essentially means he's going to go twice in a row.
That was mine! Hey!
So he attacks you, Garrus, and deals 7 points of
Okay.
damage.
Minus my armor says 4.
And then he had to use his minor action to move. However, that ends his turn. It's top of the round. It is his turn again. And he is going to minor action. Yeah, he's going to minor action press the attack, which means if you move away, he gets to make another attack against you, Garrus.
Bold of you to think I'm going to move away from this situation.
He doesn't know. And he is going to...
He's about to fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
make a third attack against you, or a second attack against you. That is an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
No stunt points on that. Oh, I forgot to do this. There was additional damage he does. Because there are 2 other allies within. So I'll factor that in. He gets a +1 bonus of damage for each ally within that is surrounding you. So that would have an extra 2 on this one. That is 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 points of damage total.
Okay. It's minus 5 then.
So 3 points.
Minus 3, so it's 5 points for me.
Okay. That is the end of his turn, which means Ven, it is your turn.
He took both of his turns.
He took both of his turns.
Okay, just checking. I did find the fucking thing I was looking for earlier. It's my archery style that when I aim, I get +2 instead of +1.
Okay.
Which I'm going to do at the leader again.
Okay. So you're going to ignore the one that just hit you and try to
Yeah,
hit the...
he like scraped me a little bit. And I'm pretty worried about this. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to aim at the big guy.
I think I am going to give you a situational penalty because you have somebody right up on you, a -1 on your attack.
Okay, so aim will give me +1 then, instead of +2.
Yes.
Oh. Wow, 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 wow. That's... Damn, okay. It's a 25.
Yeah, I'd say that hits.
With 5 stump points.
Okay.
Oh boy. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is he within... Wait, hold on. Let me read where I say I'm gonna do something. Shocking, I know. Is he... This doesn't make any sense. But the stunt says I could do it. I can't dual strike this guy. It says your attack is so strong it affects 2 targets. If you're using a missile weapon, they have to be within 6 yards of each other. Those are the only stipulations.
Yeah, I mean, no, that works. Essentially, you're piercing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Shooting
your arrow's
through one
essentially
guy
hitting
into the
one-
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm gonna shoot a crazy strong arrow through the guy next to me.
Uh-huh.
And then into his boss.
Oh, well, not... Okay, the guy next to you is not within 6 yards of...
That's what I was
of
asking.
the other guy. But there are 3 guys around Garas right now. So you
Okay.
can shoot one through one of the guys around Garas.
Yeah, I
and
want
hit
to
the-
do that.
Yeah.
Or I want to shoot an arrow through the boss and have it magically curve back towards someone else. That doesn't make any sense.
He curves the arrow.
Yeah.
He's just got a
Angelina
whistle.
Jolie taught me how to do
Okay,
it.
yeah, okay, Angelina Jolie.
Oh, we were doing 2 different movies, Sita, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna use 4 of them to do dual strike, and then, because I can do it for 1, I'm gonna pierce armor the boss, the leader guy, again.
Okay.
So his armor rating is half rounded down. Dual strike, I use the result of my original attack roll on the secondary target.
Okay.
So
and
it's
you hit.
the same.
Yeah.
And so they're both gonna get normal damage, but the leader's armor is half rounded
halved.
down.
Okay.
And that's a 6 on the dice. Plus 6, 12
12. Okay.
to both of them.
So 12 minus half the armory, so 10. Okay.
It's really coming out in this game how bad my like spatial awareness is. I have no
No.
fucking idea how long 6 yards is.
I mean, it's 18 feet.
Yes, which also means nothing to me.
Oh, okay.
I can do the math.
If this were an MMO, I would have fallen off the cliff already, so don't feel too
Yep,
bad.
there it is,
It's
yeah.
fine. I watched it do that like 3 times today.
4. Actually, it was 4.
Oh,
So.
4. I think I missed one of them.
Sometimes you gotta fall off a cliff before you can fly.
The other one takes minus 4 is 8 points damage. Okie dokie. So you fire this arrow, and it sort of like slices across the shoulder of one of the brigands as he's raising his weapon towards Garas. You can see him wince from the pain as it then embeds itself in the brigand leader or lieutenant, and he is getting close to being Boromired right now as he's got his 2
Good.
arrows sticking out of him.
I can't do anything about a fire or a chain, but I can do something about a man.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're squishy. And as it doesn't. I know it doesn't do anything, but as I'm using my free action that I could do now to reload my bow, I elbow the guy that hit me in the nose.
Okay.
Stop it.
Just to be rude. I'm sure it doesn't do any damage, but I bet he didn't like it.
That's
You gave him morale damage, so.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
essentially.
what
His
it is.
feelings. He's so not scary to me that he was attacking me and I shot someone else.
That is Ven's turn. Garas, what
All right,
you got?
so I have those two guys who guarded up against me. I have the big dude in front of me, and the guy that Yasmera like left with 1 HP is like down. Is that nearby me also?
No, essentially
Okay.
we have got like
He's up in a
three
carriage.
we've got like three
Okay.
different arenas going on right now. We have Carter and Yaz over by the flaming carriage with 2 of the brigands. We have you on the side of the hill with 3 of the brigands, including the leader. So 2 brigands and a leader, and then we have 1 of the brigands with that.
Okay. Then I'm going to go for the bluff against the big guy. So he has to make a what is it again? He has to make a self-discipline willpower against my communication deception.
Okay. Does he have something for this? Gets a +1 bonus on willpower tests. Okay.
That is already a 14 on the dice, and deception is my focus. So that is 20 for deception.
Damn. I rolled really well. I got a 17, but that still doesn't beat it.
Okay, so how he does this is he is about to go for the stab for this, and he just drops he's about to go for the stab, and he says, by the way, I'm ambidextrous. And he drops the rapier into his other hand as he goes for the stab against this big guy.
You
Arya Stark that fool.
Arya Stark him.
Yeah.
Breadable.
Not that bad. That is an 18, but no stunts, though.
Okay, on the attack.
Yeah.
That will hit him.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 3 dice. Plus another, what is it again? Another 8. So 1d6 plus 8. That's 16 points.
16 points of damage. Okay. Armor. All right. Yeah, you embed the rapier in his side, driving it in, and as you do, and you sort of like pull the rapier away, just like cleanly piercing inside, and pulling it back with just a streak of blood again on the blade. You see him grunt in pain as he's got like the arrow in his shoulder and the arrow in his side, and he raises his weapon to strike down at you, and then it just kind of falls from his hand, and he staggers backwards and collapses onto the ground.
Was using that ability to bluff a minor action?
I don't know. That's your thing. I don't
Okay.
know if it's a. If
Yeah,
it
it's not a
counts.
minor action, so it doesn't. I don't think.
Okay.
It's a minor action. No, it doesn't. All right, so then I'm going to use my free action to draw the Morning Star, and I'm going to use my minor action to activate Dual Stance to bring up my defense +1.
I think it is. It would be your minor action to draw another weapon.
Well, no, but I have quick reflexes, so I get a free action to draw a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I do it in such a way that I draw the Morning Star, and I look at the other two, and I'm like, and I do like this little beckoning kind of thing towards these other guys with the rapier, like, remember, I am ambidextrous. I will fuck all of you up with 2 hands.
That is Garrus's turn. Yaz, it is your turn.
We are in combat. However, I can't find
Yes, we
anything
are.
about doing something that is not stabbing someone in combat. But I would assume that if I try to pick the lock on this chain right now, that would be a major action, yes?
It would. It's probably going to take you a few major actions to pick a lock in the middle of this.
Okay.
in the middle of this fight.
I mean, I can
cover you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will.
So you
She
can
will yell
make-
that.
You can make the check, and then depending on how well you roll, I'll tell you how long it's going to take you to.
Jane, I can
to
do
get it
nothing
open.
about lock, however.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we've got that thing where I can re-roll a lock check if it sucks. Okay. Trip 6.
Damn. That's very good.
That's an 18. I need to take this as a focus, which I don't have yet, but it would just be plus my dex, so that's a 22.
Okay. 22. Yeah, I mean that's really good. I will say you are making very quick work of this lock. You will have it open on the next round.
Sweet. Just holler at Carter, cover me.
That is awesome. Okay, so Yaz takes knee and begins to pick the lock as the other brigands are. Carter, it looks like they're going to move in to try to pull her back from it, or at least kill her before she has a chance to open it. What do you do?
Is there enough space for me to squeeze myself in between them yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that you could physically impose yourself between.
Okay.
With your
Then
minor action.
The first thing I want to do is I'm going to cast Force Field on the one that had already struck her. Yep, successful cast. Again, still no stunts, sadly. And I'm going to spend 10 extra mana to make it last 3 rounds. So no damage, no physical attacks can come in or out. He cannot move. No spells can go in. He could cast spells out if he was able to. And non-damaging magical effects can still affect him from outside. No save. He's just stuck in a bubble.
Okay, so you're casting the force field on him instead of casting it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
19 mana that cost me, though.
Damn.
Woo.
All right, so
Yeah, but you made a bubble boy. Like,
Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
a
he
bubble
did.
boy now. You form a bubble.
oh, we
around
should
him.
keep one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. This
And
one
then,
begins.
And then I'm going to slide up in between. So I've got my back basically pressing against Yaz's back as she's working on the lock.
My question for you is this on the gravely injured one, or is this on the one the relatively fresh one that hasn't gone hit?
I don't think Carter was that concerned about that. I think Carter bubbled whoever was closer to Yaz, the one that had struck her last round. I'm not even sure who that was actually. So
Yeah, that probably would have been the gravely injured
I'm
one.
sorry.
So
The fresh one.
Eat fresh.
yeah, the fresh one,
The Subway sandwich artist. That one.
the fresh
I
brigand of
had Subway for
Halam
lunch today.
did you just make a Fresh Prince joke? With
Yeah,
that?
it's not my first
yeah.
this week.
No, it
nice.
keeps happening.
All right, Carter, you've made a bubble boy. That is your turn. It is
And I want to do the not Neo. Oh no, the Morpheus taunt.
yeah,
to the
like,
other
come
one,
at
too.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I killed the big man. I'm first again.
Hey.
You did kill the big man. It is the rest of their
I
turns
did not
now.
use any stunts.
I am gonna have them make. They've lost 2 people very quickly, including their leader. One stuck in a bubble. I'm gonna have them make a morale check just
That's so
here
absurd. I'm sorry.
at the start. This could just generally be for all. I rolled trip 6s. They're ready to go. they don't.
Death
they don't
wish.
Two trip 6s in a round. Holy
I hate
fuck.
that I spent that on this stupid roll.
I love it. I'm having a great time doing combat. We haven't done
Yeah.
combat in a while.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
They're ready for them. So Garas, the other two, they don't give a shit. They're determined to take you down.
These are the bravest men we've ever fought.
For real.
Seriously.
Oh my god, I can't.
You will
believe-
die with honor.
They had so that was a 21 on their
Morale.
on their
Damn,
morale roll
dude.
there.
Dang.
Oh, sorry, 23 because they got a +2 bonus.
Damn,
because they're
Daniel.
fighting against each other.
Damn, Dan, you with the white shoes.
At it again with the death wish.
All right. So Garrus, that is a 15 on the first attack against you.
Does
Garrus.
15 hit Garas?
No, it does not because I boosted up my defense to +1.
That's right. That's right. Second one's a 16.
That does hit. Yeah.
Okay. He saw what the first one did and did a little bit better. He didn't get
He's
any.
learning.
Ah!
He didn't get any stump points though. So
He used them all being brave.
That's 8 points of damage against you. As he smacks you, as you defend against the first one, then he kind of like clips you in the back of your leg with his maul, causing you to stagger just a little bit. That is all that he's got. I'm debating a minor action. Yeah, I don't think he's really got much else he can do as a minor action here. I guess they could have aimed. I always forget that's an option. I'm not gonna do that retroactively.
I mean, I hate to help him, but he can guard up.
Yeah, no, they'll both guard up, but at this point, their defense is so low. Y'all are just crushing it every time. So that'll be their 2 turns. The one by Venehn is going to aim for an extra +1.
Uh-oh.
Oof. 14.
Nope.
Yeah, I figured not.
Oh, salt in the wound.
I know. As you ignore him, you just sidestep him as he takes another swing at you. Completely
You
unperturbed.
forehead palm him, move him to the side.
Yeah.
Everyone always does that to Venn. He never gets to do it to anyone else because he's so short. He's like, ah!
That as Ven Heisman's, that is one stuck in a bubble. He
Heisman
pounds
went
against
down.
the bubble relentlessly, and I guess the last one's gonna attack Carter.
How
Yeah, Carter.
fucking dare he?
15.
I'll kill him.
That'll hit.
No stun points. Come on, boys. That is
Swallowed some
9
sandpaper
points.
today.
That is
9
9
points.
points of damage.
Heard.
That is it. So we'll go back to the top of the round, which I guess will be Ven.
It's me now. I killed your boss, so I could go first. Is there... What's the... What am I trying to say? Ranged attack, missile attacks against people who are in melee.
I was just thinking about that too.
Is that like would that be like a situational negative, or
I
I
think
couldn't
it would
find
just-
anything specifically that said like you do worse, but I imagine trying to fire a longbow at somebody who's literally
who's,
standing
like,
next
right
to you
up
is
against
bad.
you? Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I will give you. Yeah, I think it'll be another situational penalty against you to try to attack him.
Okay. Then instead, because I think Venehn is, in case something goes wrong, either where Garas is or where Yaz and Carter is getting ready to run. I'll use my minor action to where is it? I never do it. Where is it? Oh, it is ready. Because you can, yes, it's ready, so you can put something away and draw something. So I'll use my minor action to sort of flip the bow back and pull out the daggers. And then I'm just gonna try to stab this fool
Sure.
that's right
yeah.
next to me.
Go for it.
Fuck, I never do stabs. Where are my daggers? There they are. Woo! That is 12. I got 3 stump points. Ooh, 17?
Hits.
Ah, okay. Then I'm going to... yeah, for 1, I'll pierce armor.
Mm-hmm.
So armor class half rounded down. And for the other 2, I will mighty blow. Because my
Okay.
weapon buff for my daggers is shit.
Go for it. So extra d6.
That is 3, 4, 5. Are daggers strength? Is that why my weapon buff is so bad?
Yeah. I think daggers are.
Then
strength.
7.
Let me double check on that, but
I have not used my daggers in a long time.
weapons. I just don't know if they're dueling group. No, they're not. No, light blades, dexterity. It's 1d6 plus 1 plus your dex.
Wow, so it should be a lot more than that. Like I said,
I believe so. Hold on, am I reading these right?
I don't know what.
Yeah,
page.
daggers are dex because I was accidentally rolling it with strength for the longest until I
What
actually
the heck? What
read it.
What page are the weapons on?
No, that's just for the attack roll. It says on
Yeah.
weapon
The
details.
damage
that it's strength.
specifically, yeah.
Yeah, so they are strength. That's
Okay.
right.
That would be why it's only +1.
Yeah, because that's always what throws me off.
Makes sense to me. It's dexterity for the attack, but it's strength to do the actual like.
Yeah, now I'm reconsidering. Maybe the rapiers are supposed to be strength too.
It should say on the table.
Strength rapiers are definitely dexterity.
What page is the
Because you
table
can you can't the dueling group weapons you can't take them unless you're a duelist.
Yeah.
So I think
Where's the table you're all looking at? 'Cause
78.
yeah, I see that table. Because I was looking to see where it shows what you are adding, whether it's strength or not.
It says on the table, it says like weapon damage, min strength cost. Under damage at the top of every group, it says in parentheses is what you add.
Yeah, that is what you're making the attack roll with. It's the one before and the weapon details part that says damage. This is the weapon's damage. When you hit an enemy, you inflict this amount of damage plus your strength if you have trained in the weapon group. If you're untrained, the damage is halved. Weapons from the bows group add perception instead of strength damage. So the rule, I believe, is you add strength unless it's specifically from the bows group, in which case you add perception. So I think we're doing that wrong with rapiers. It should be plus your strength
To
instead of
hit is dex.
To hit
but
is dex.
Strength
Okay.
is the damage.
Got it. Okay.
So all of them should be. Every weapon is plus strength unless it is from the bows group, in which case it's perception. So,
That table is confusing.
yeah,
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
confusing, but
It is very confusing.
we'll need-
Also,
Anyway,
I-
mine was right.
I have added
you're
major
right.
and minor actions to roll for us so people can look at them now.
yeah. So Wally, we needed to adjust your rapiers. Though.
Got it. Okay. So then,
Which is fine. We're learning. We haven't done much combat, so Venehn, what is the damage you do?
7.
7 points damage. Okay. Did you pierced armor?
Yes,
though, right?
armor half rounded down.
Okay. So armory. All right. I don't think this one had been touched yet.
No, I elbowed him in the nose, but
that was more
mostly
for
just to piss
flavor.
him off.
Yeah. God, I can't do math. Okay. All right. That is the end of his turn, or the end of your turn, Venehn.
Yes.
Garas, is your turn now.
so I have those 2 guys still in front of me. And all right, so I'm going to go for another bluff at another guy. So he has to make a deception against. He has to make a. What was it again?
I
Willpower
should have
against
freaking
my
bluffed
deception.
him. I haven't used my dagger since we got that ability.
I know.
So that's a 20 on my deception.
Okay. They will roll. They're not enough. Not even close.
Okay. So I'm going to go for the stab on one of them that's in front of me.
Okay.
The one that hit me. Yeah, the one that hit me.
I couldn't
I'm
have
gonna go for
bluffed him.
the
I used
stab
my
on them.
minor action to pull him down.
That's right. So you didn't miss anything. You'll get
Freaking
out the next
rules.
round.
Fools!
That's 15 with 4 stun points.
Okay. 15. I guarded up. Still hits.
Okay, so that's 3d6 plus 6 extra because I bluffed. And I get 4 stun points. Oh, that's right, I got 4 stun points. I'm going to. I'm just going to mighty blow it.
Okay.
You can pierce armor too.
Actually, that's right. I get plus pierce armor for 1 also. Yeah, I'm going to pierce armor 2 on this guy.
Okay.
It's literally one of my favorite things we got for being rogues. Like,
so
just having it
good.
only cost 1 is truly incredible.
So great.
No, you had hurt one of these guys before, right?
No, I did not attack any of these guys.
Okay.
I was attacking the big guy.
Emotionally.
One of them had taken a crossbow bolt. No, that was, yes. I was trying to remember because one of them had 8 damage. I was trying to remember why.
So that's a 21 points
I
of damage.
shot through one of them.
Oh,
to hit
that's
the boss.
right.
That was
So
me.
one of them has taken damage. All right. So how much damage did you deal?
21.
Okay. Are you doing against the one that has not been hit, the fresh one, or the one that has been hit before?
I'm going to go for Subway Eat Fresh and go for the fresh one.
Okay.
Subway, no. Oh,
So
here we are referencing Community
so
again.
21 points of damage.
Yeah.
And that's minus the 5 that you had before with.
Yeah, that's minus the 5, yeah.
Okay. So and then his armor was halved. Yeah, he's dead. You thrust. You said with your rapier.
Yeah.
Okay. You just as that one has swung at you and you dodge out of the way, kind of using his forward momentum, you cleanly shish kebab him, and he dies instantly. That one is deceased. There are now
Yeah, they're
4
gone.
remaining.
And for my minor action, I'll activate Dual Stance again to add 1 more, to add a +1 to my defense against. I'm still at 16 defense.
Okay. Sounds good. That is Garrus's turn. Yaz.
This lock.
You don't have to roll again. You just have to use your major action. I'm not going to make you roll again. So if you use your major action, there's a click, and the chain comes loose as the lock opens and releases it.
Fantastic. We'll open the door and just say, "Welcome, care to join the party?" And I will use my minor reaction, which is now in roll. Yay! To yeah, I'm just gonna move. I'll move to get in a good place to take out our final friend, who I've nearly killed.
Okay.
Oh wait, our friend who I nearly killed is in the bubble, right? Okay, then the other guy.
Okay. Yeah. You see, as you fling the door open and look inside, you can see Isaiah and Garahel kind of like coughing as their smoke has kind of filled up this carriage. And as soon as you move out of the way, there's a rush of smoke, and Garahel comes charging out. I'm going to have Garahel, I guess, join the party here with a 10...
Dun, 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 dun.
Not
Garahel
a
has
great
entered the chat.
not a great initiative roll for Gary.
Okay, Gary, we'll handle it.
But
You sit there, look pretty.
Oh, I can't wait to see if he remembers me.
Oops.
He might
Yeah, I
remember
guess he'll
me
go
as,
after
I don't
Carter.
know, the servant handing out coffee. Who knows? We'll see.
so Isaiah and Garahel are going to go after Carter. So Carter, it is your turn.
Okay, I think I'm going to do for my minor action, I'm going to guard up, and for my major action, I'm just going to cast heal on myself. Because I have a couple boo-boos. Smote that heal check, or the spell casting, and I'm going to, nope, that's not how you do that. And I heal a bit.
Yay!
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Got an NPC name redemption in the chat. Thank you, Rachel.
Oh,
Thanks, Ray.
It's gone directly to the DM.
Excellent.
Do I even want to look?
You do.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
I want to see your face.
I have seen their true.
Yes, that's what I was looking
That
for.
sigh was perfect.
That's what we needed.
Rachel.
Can I approve it?
So mad at you. Yeah. I guess I can prove it.
Approved.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That was Carter's turn. It did not give me enough time to look up what I was trying to look up, but we will just wing this here.
We could do a quick team lookup. We could all look for it.
No.
But then you'd have to tell us what you were.
No, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. Yeah, so the first thing that happens here is as Carter, you are kind of back against the wall. You and Isaiah you and Yasmera against this carriage, trying to fend off one of the last remaining bandits. There is a rush of smoke as you hear a sword being drawn, and Garahel comes leaping out of the carriage with a long sword in hand, and he is going to strike at the bandit, the brigand in front of you. That is more than enough to hit with 6 stunt points. That's where my stunt points were going.
Damn, way to join the party, Gary.
I guess he's going to do a
Damn,
lethal
Gary.
blow plus longsword. Oh, not too many d6s.
Or is it just enough?
You can never have too many d6s.
Okay, that is 18 points of damage with the lethal blow. And oh wait, I didn't add the longsword damage here. I think that's
You're a
even more.
kill.
18 plus 5.
Welcome to Gara Hell.
Welcome to
Hey, there it is. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, because I think the longsword adds something. Oh, God. What am I doing? Oh, no, the longsword is another d6. That's what fucked me up.
I was just on the page. I can check.
Fuck.
Longsword, 2d6 damage.
18. 20 points of damage. Yeah, he leaps out and with a single slash cuts down the brigand immediately in front of you as he lands on the ground. You can see him sort of breathing heavily as blood has splattered across the ground. As he steps out and sort of takes his breath and looks around and says, "I recognize you." As he looks up to Carter and Yasmera.
We thought you might have a handle on the good after parties.
Right. Looks across the hillside, sees Garas with one of the bandits.
And Wolf's here too. I mean, maybe he recognized
Wolf is fighting
right?
some people off to the side.
Oh, yeah,
there.
he's having his own adventure.
Yeah, Wolf's having their own adventure. There's dead bodies littering the countryside on the other side of the caravan.
Amazing.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They're having a good day.
And-
They're having a good day.
They need to blow off some steam.
Yeah,
And me, I'm there too.
yeah. Venehn is
I'm
currently
also there.
Venehn's fighting one, so I think there's just 2 remaining brigands now, and the one in the bubble. And coughs a little bit and looks and says, "Isaiah, can you handle the rest? Help our friends out." And Isaiah steps out and sort of brushing the
his
smoke
friends.
out of the way. You can see like hair kind of messed a little bit, but she looks angry as she steps out and staff in hand looks across to where Garas and Venn are currently fighting and extends her staff in their direction, and you see electricity beginning to form along the length of her staff as she sends out a blast of chain lightning in their direction, burning through a
Hell hath no fury.
18 mana to do this, but I don't think she's gonna need much more. She's a 17. That's more than enough. No stunts, and I don't think they have to make a Constitution, Stamina. 1 fails. 2 fails worse. First one set takes 3d6 plus magic penetrating damage.
Get him.
And the second takes 2d6. And that one had been hurt. So, yeah. Because both of them had been hurt already. Venehn and Garas, suddenly you are blinded just momentarily by a flash of electricity which lights up the hillside, striking the one that Venehn was standing in front of, square in the chest. You can see his body seize up as the lightning then arcs off towards the one that Garas is standing by. And you see them both seize up in unison, and then, like, their eyes smoking, they collapse onto the hillside, and one of them begins to sort of tumble down the side of it, leaving just one left in the bubble. And thus ends our combat encounter.
Incredible.
Hop down from the carriage stairs. Oh, good, you're alive.
Clean the blade off and put it away.
Turn to the bubble. My. What have we here?
The one in the bubble, currently clutching at the crossbow bolt in its stomach, and says, I'm not even really sure what to say here. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna kill me anyway.
No, we're not going to kill you unless you answer some questions first.
Alright, so I'm not gonna answer
We're
any
not going to
questions
kill
then.
you if you answer some questions first.
No, you said it less. I'm not gonna
He meant
answer
if.
any questions.
1. Who do you work for?
Just like points at the hillside at the one that is that got ganked by Garas.
I don't mean the one that we killed. Who do all of you answer to?
I mean that very literally. That's our boss over there that you killed.
How
Okay,
did you
who
get
does
this
he
job
work
and
for?
when?
He works for whoever's paying him.
I should say by this time the bubble is probably worn off. It's only 3 rounds.
Yeah, he just collapses onto the ground. I think he's just sitting in the dirt, like, again, bleeding profusely from his gut.
Well, I assume, looks at Yaz, that at least one of us has an idea of who paid you.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just told where to go.
And did you know which carriage it was by the red paint on the back?
That was the idea.
I want to go over to the big guy's body, the leader's body, just check him for if there's any kind of letters or like orders or anything like that, or like receipts or something for this whole mercenary thing they're doing.
Yeah. You go and you pat him down. You find a couple of loose silver and a few in his weapons, kind of rummaging around in his pockets. And you do find sort of crumpled up in one of his pockets a small slip of paper.
I uncrumple it and read it.
It has a very short message. It just says, midnight along the South Road, red marked carriage, no survivors.
No signatures or any seals on it?
No.
I head over to the guy and I like shove this letter in their face. Who gave your boss this letter?
I I don't know.
You see Garrus's face is starting to look frustrated and angry. Who gave your boss this letter? He's like shoving it in his face at this point.
Listen, man, I would tell you right now if I knew,
Garas.
but I don't.
He like
Yeah.
throws the letter in the guy's face and like walks away to cool off.
As Garrus walks away, before we take our break, there is a crunching of the dirt as Wolf comes around the other side of the carriage, like cleaning off their knives and sliding them, resheathing them. And another set of footfalls follows after. You see Arlo walking towards the carriage, looking kind of a bit blanched, seeing all the carnage here, and looks around and says, "Well, it seems like you handled the danger pretty well. Good job." And you see a Garahel who has taken a knee, like still trying to get the smoke out, coughing a little bit, and looks up towards Arlo and says, "Dario, are you going to tell me why you're here?" And you see Arlo sort of wince a bit at the name and looks around and says, "I think we have a lot to talk about." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Dario.
Man, use his government name.
Yeah, so we'll come back and learn a little bit about what that's all about here in a minute. But that's where we're going to break, y'all. So we are going to just refresh ourselves for a bit here at the halfway point.
That's why I'm on break.
We recommend you do the same. Stretch your legs, drink some water, get a snack, eat dinner if you haven't already, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes to finish up our session. So stay tuned, and we will see you all very soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We are going to jump back in. So, I want to jump forward just a little bit to have this conversation because I don't want to have it in the middle of this field, surrounded by dead bodies and a burning carriage.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing with the nearly dead bandit? Are you just going to leave him here to his own shit? And
No.
I figure we ask Garel and Asaya. I mean, I figure he can probably be taken to the proper authorities around here.
yeah, he definitely needs like serious medical treatment. I would say.
Want to turn him over to the cops, though?
Yeah, do we?
I feel
mean,
kind of bad about that.
Carter could also just heal him up. We could. Here we go. If Carter can heal him up a little bit, Yaz will reach into her bag, pull out 10 silver, hand it to the guy, and be like, "Go."
Like, turn it around, dude.
Turn around. He
Get a better job.
leaves his brigadier.
I just would feel
Brigadiering?
I don't
Brigadiering?
think we're in any fucking place to turn somebody over to the cops.
we
No,
are
Like,
I mean, y'all
Fair.
could have very much been on the other
Fair.
side of this. I could
Yeah.
have given y'all the very
I-
similar job to ambush a carriage.
Very fair.
Venehn, I
Uh,
think, would have been like, "No, who do you think you are?"
That was Sid.
Big
That
bridges?
was Sid thinking. No, that was
Just
Sid
working
thinking.
his
"Oh,
9
how
to
do we?
5.
Well, it's
not
Yasmera
kill this
being
guy?"
like, "Okay, where are your re-educators?" And we're like, "We don't do that
"No,
here."
we don't do this. We
don't.
don't do
Okay,
this
so
here."
I'm fine with just hand waving and say that happens. I won't make you do anything else because, like I said, I don't have any other. Unless you're all.
I
planning
imagine
on
he's
fighting
pretty well
somebody today.
convinced.
Yeah, I mean, he has no desire to fight any of you, and is not.
Yeah. Here's some money. Go get a job bartending or something.
Go on.
And he says that thank
I
you.
hear the castle might be looking for additional help. So
Oh yeah, they might need
yeah, that's
somebody in
right.
the kitchen.
Oh, kitchen. I'm not sure. I've only done a little bit of. I'm not really good at cooking in most ways. I make pretty good sandwiches, but that's about it.
can you clean
Hey.
dishes?
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Hey, the
You
lunch
work your
shift
way
is
up.
tough.
I knew I shouldn't have stopped being an attorney.
You're. I thought you didn't want to roleplay this out. You're an.
I have
an
something I
attorney?
need to do here. Yeah, I have been pretty good one for a while. And business sort of fell flat. I got screwed over by. Anyway, it's a long story, and I have a rich and colorful backstory that we won't get into here today. But listen, I'm going to turn myself around. Thank you so much for sparing me. And if you ever need any help, just call on me. Subway Fresh.
Thank you,
Esquire.
Rachel.
Rachel, you're the best.
Hey, maybe you can work your way back up, save up some money, like open a practice in Valrio,
Maybe I will.
and you'll fight for the little guy.
Yeah. I think I can do that. Stomach still kind of hurts.
You'll heal.
I'm gonna be on my way.
So
I
long,
appreciate the kindness.
Mr. Eat Fish.
Eat fish.
And as quickly as he came into your lives, he leaves. Because I'm not having that NPC continue to be. But Rachel, you're welcome.
Oh man.
Oh my
Incredible.
gosh.
Probably the fastest turnaround I ever had on an NPC
Yeah.
name.
Val,
doing the-
Val.
we don't need to roleplay this out. Also, Val. Well,
Oh,
I gotta do a whole scene.
I remembered that I was gonna make this when you asked this guy's name. I was gonna make it the NPC name, and then y'all didn't ask, so I had to force it in there.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, we put the
Maybe
fire
we'll
out
see.
and then we leave.
maybe we'll
Yes.
see Mr. Eat Fish again.
I hope so.
Attorney at law.
You just had to put the Esquire at the end, didn't you? You gonna give
Incredible.
Rachel shit about that on Saturday. All right, so I think there's a rather kind of quiet carriage ride as you all load into Arlo's carriage, and I guess somebody takes the reins because your driver's dead. Probably Garahel will drive the carriage, and
I'll offer. Just because, I mean, Venehn knows at least like horseback riding and stuff, so.
yeah, I mean that's fine. If Venn really wants to, that's. Geralt knows where he's going, where we're going though, so I think
That's
Geralt will
fair,
just
yeah.
drive.
He'll offer.
Okay. He says,
But-
"Oh no, Garas, it's not necessary."
Ooh,
Like Gareth slowly looks over at Ben.
Oh, like you haven't been doing.
I didn't expect, you know what? I'm still frustrated. I don't.
That's
I don't like
Garas,
this.
actually. I'm Venehn. It's the whole thing.
Right. All right. Okay, now we're going to move this scene along. And you all get into the carriage and drive forward. Most of the evening passes as you head back towards Valrio, and Garahel actually drives the carriage not into the city, but just outside of the city. There's a small, like, farmstead, pretty dilapidated, like rotting fence posts. The roof looks like it's slightly caved in, but it is appears to be abandoned, and pulls the carriage around into the old barn that is to the side of the house. And before you know it, you are all sitting in the kind of ruined interior on some kind of wobbly chairs. and Isaiah has started a small fire in the hearth to give a little bit of warmth.
Can I pull out a couple of bottles of liquor that I stole?
Sure. Sure. You can all have a nice drink while you're having this conversation and just kind of sitting around the table quietly. And Arlo's the first to break the silence. It says, well, I suppose before we get into any questions any of you might have, good job. Regardless of how the night turned out, it was very successful.
Incredibly, I would say.
So I'm sure you might have some questions. Just go ahead.
Who's Dario?
Fuck Dario.
Yeah, that's what I want to know too.
Looks over. Garahel is standing by, like leaning up against the wall, just kind of watching the conversation with like very tight-lipped, kind of wide-eyed, like I'm the one who kind of fucked this up. And
Oh, relax, Warden. Have a drink. Sit down. You're making me nervous.
he does, and Arlo continues and says, well, I am. My
Okay,
name...
dummy, we got that part.
I'm continuing. Can I not? I'm about to tell you something very important, and I feel like I should be owed a certain amount of dramatic tension to build here. Telling a
We spent the
story.
whole evening heisting literal Halamcharal, so I
Right.
feel like you've had your time for dramatic pauses. Also,
Arlanson Raoul Jean-Baptiste Corbet is an alias.
like from space?
I don't have time to get into that.
I really meant for that one to stay in my brain.
Someday we really have to go into. We need to find out
Oh my
how
gosh.
Van is a time traveler from the 21st century.
Van or Ben?
This is-
Who knows?
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
There's an alias. My real name is Dario Campana. Well, technically Prince Dario Campana II. Former Prince of Antiva.
Tiva.
The royalty.
Yes.
What are
So
you doing here? Tell me everything.
Looks up to Garahel, who just has sat down and just shrugs and says, "It's your story. I'm just here to drink and listen, I guess."
You can make
And-
eyes at your boyfriend all you want, but you're going to have to answer the question.
I mean,
We're not. No, we're not. No.
I mean, the concept of a bard
You're at
suddenly
least
going
fucking,
by.
right?
Like a bard going formerly known as a prince. Who's ever thought of that kind of concept before?
Wow, get his ass.
Says,
You lied to us, we're going to dunk on you, okay? Now, spill.
"I'm
Spill.
the last surviving member of the Campana royal family. I am the only survivor of the Darkspawn attack in Antiva.
Which may not have entirely been attributed to a darkspawn attack? Is that the same thing? Am I remembering the same?
Correct.
It feels like it's been weeks.
So you were the last survivor of the mutiny against the royal family,
Yes.
disguised as an attack.
The Darkspawn did attack. It just wasn't until after the assassination my father, my mother, my brothers and sisters were all killed by our royal guard.
When he says his family's names, I want to use the spirit sense on him and see what he feels.
Deep remorse, guilt, sadness, things that you would expect somebody talking about their deceased family.
Damn, Marlo, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm fairly certain that it wasn't your doing, so no need to apologize. But I appreciate the sentiment.
It's a little thing called empathy. We
Sorry,
have
translate.
perfected it.
You asked why I'm here. And why I'm here is this, and reaches back to a pack sitting on the floor, pulls out a finely crafted Orlesian dagger and sets it on the table, sort of slides it to the center and says, I believe that the coup was orchestrated, that the gods were the ones who planned and prompted the assassination of my family. Well, I found this dagger after Garas saved me on one of their bodies. Garas whisked me out of the city, and I've spent my time trying to make sense of why one of my family's guard was in possession of this item, and everything has pointed back to Valrio. I believe someone within the city, somebody powerful and well-connected, has had some reason to orchestrate the event.
It doesn't, match the dagger I stole out of the vault, does
No.
it? Okay,
No,
good.
yours is not Orlesian, yours is Tevinter.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Who in Valrio don't fuck with Antiva?
I don't know, but whoever they are, they succeeded.
I'm just going to make a wild guess here, but after talking to several people this night, I'm going to assume that maybe Valmont has something to do with this.
I'll admit he's fairly high on the suspect list.
And it seems like he did want to have Garahel killed.
For what it is worth, there are many, many players of the game. I agree that what we know so far would point to Belmont, but I think it may be short-sighted of us to assume that yet.
What's so special about the dagger?
He kind of turns it again and points, and you can see on the hilt of the dagger there is a symbol that is pressed into the metal, and the symbol appears to be a hand with with three daggers sort of, I guess, embedded into it, stabbed into it.
Just looking at Yasmera and Carter y'all know what that shit is?
Would I know what that shit is?
I won't have you roll because you don't. He and Arlo says, I've consulted everyone I can think of. I've scoured the libraries of Olay and several other cities. I've asked many people, as Garahel and Isaiah have as well. no one knows or was willing to speak on the nature of this symbol.
It's not a family crest, then.
No family that
Everyone
That
would
is
give
in
up an
any
Orlesian
record.
family for the right price.
Said they didn't know what it was, or they weren't willing to speak about what it was.
Those that we asked, we were fairly insistent with, and they claimed they had no knowledge of it.
So they either don't know, or it's
Scary.
Well, it's a very scary secret. that
scary to answer.
None are willing to surrender, so we are no
might
closer.
be able to put some feelers out. Garas, you know some people, I know some people.
Yeah, we can ask around.
I appreciate that, but also your business right now is concluded. I don't expect any additional.
Oh no, you'll pay us.
Oh no, this will definitely be extra to what you're already paying us, yes.
But we like you, so we'll do it.
Right. Well,
And also, we like you hanging out in the bar. It's fun. You sing.
I
Please.
appreciate that. Looks to again continues to look over at Isaiah and Garahel and says, "That is at least the long and the short of it at this point. The Garahel, Isaiah, Wolf, and fuck, I just forgot her name.
Veil?
A modest veil, are the only other, besides the four of you, that are aware of this secret, and I would appreciate keeping it that way."
Ah, Secret's my middle name.
I thought that was Trevor.
No, I made that one up.
Oh, okay.
I do have a couple, though. I'm sorry, I have to say this thing. A modest veil sounds like a modest veil. Is she a spy? Or is that on accident?
I believe that is entirely on accident.
Okay.
But you'd have to ask the writers of this, the lore of.
Yeah, once I get them to
Thetis.
stop playing fucking ESO and talk to me.
Not that writer.
Damn, there's another one?
No.
You guys feel that breeze blowing through? It's like one of the walls just fell. Oh yeah, there's only 3 now.
Let me go close the window.
It's been pecking at my brain for like 3 weeks. And I didn't know
no,
how to bring it up.
As far as I know, she's
Sounds like a
not
code name.
Yeah, it does. But no, not according to the law Bible.
Read the law Bible. The law Bible. Okay,
yes.
so we're positive she's not a spy.
No.
And you
A
Too,
trust
modest-
her.
too meat-headed for that.
Amondus is one of the 4 people that has saved my life and helped me escape from the city. I trust.
So you don't think that she would go into business with Valmont?
No.
Because he did attempt to get her in on some sort of business dealing this evening, isn't that right, Garas?
Yep. He tried to make a lot of business connections this evening.
Garahel says, "Well, I can speak to that. I encouraged Amondus to accept the proposal, hoping it might give us some more inroads with Valmont and eliminate him or confirm him on the suspect list."
Clever.
I have made some arrangements with the Duke. He will be contacting me in Valroyo soon. I will find out what I am able.
So we can play him from 2 sides.
Well, it's not a bad idea, I suppose. All right. Well, we'll have to negotiate any sort of compensation and payment. But I can tell you upfront what I'm willing to offer. Obviously, you'll have your payment arranged for this this job well done. Our plan is to smuggle the blade and sell it for a high price in order to help fund our future efforts in retaking Antiva City. It's a two-pronged effort, given what Garahel's efforts were tonight, which I've heard were unsuccessful, it seems.
Well, he did sort of say the same speech several times, with little to no improvisation.
All right, listen, it was a good speech.
Oh, I listened. Several times.
They had already made up their minds, so I'm certain that there's something else afoot.
No one is unturnable.
I
You
think
need a
we just-
speechwriter.
I think the problem is not the speech, but the leverage. We need better leverage in order to get the support we need.
Okay, but if you're hiring a speechwriter, I'm just saying.
All right, I'll put you on the short list for speech.
I know a
writers.
guy.
We
It's
don't
me.
have many.
Yeah.
It's yes.
Yes.
All right. I'll let you know. My per diem as a Grey Warden isn't exactly flowing, so
Can you pay her an exposure? No, she would hate that, actually.
I have no.
Can you pay her
desire
an
to be
exposure
perceived.
for me? Is that anything?
So he would just be paying you.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, when you say it like that.
I mean, the money all goes back to Yasmera in the end.
Yeah, it's
so-
like you're the one who holds all the money.
Essay is kind of in the corner and like smiling, and she laughs slightly at this. She says, "They're a lively bunch, aren't they?"
You want to call us a lively bunch? You zapped two men's eyeballs out with
mean,
lightning.
That was badass.
That was so cool.
I was
Pretty
angry.
impressive.
Carter, can you do that?
No.
Damn. Well, you can like erase people's memories and stuff, and that's pretty fucking badass too. So
Arlo smiles at this and says, "Well, that is part of the reason why I've trusted them with this. You all seem to be very forthcoming in where it counts." All right.
the stuff we have to lie about isn't interesting to you.
Underneath the floorboard in the corner over there, you'll find your payment.
Yaz immediately goes to it.
I was about to look at Yaz like, I'm not about to pull up some fucking floorboards. Like,
Yeah, as you drive your dagger in and yank it up, and there's a
she's
coffer.
much stronger than us.
There is a small coffer inside that you lift out, and you open it up, and there are two things in here made of import. There are stacks of silver, totaling 2,000 silver total.
Woo!
And there is a parchment scroll. And you open it up, and it is a deed. And Arlo says, as you're looking, it says, "You'll find 2,000 silver and the deed for this land."
Hmm.
The former owners were driven out. It's been abandoned for a long time, and I procured it for, well, not a fairly paltry sum, but I figure you can make good use of it.
Oh, is this like a
Rolls
like a
that
farmstead,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's like
Venehn just like
single house. There's a barn. It's kind of set on kind of a hill, so there's like a brick or a stone like barricade that surrounds it, and then the deed lays out the few
like
acres
real
of
land, like
land.
fertile land.
And it's close to the city, yes?
Yeah, a few miles away from.
Oh,
or like a mile
Venehn
or two
just
away from.
lights up.
He gave us a house in the suburbs.
We have a house. Oh. Wow.
Well, it's a bit of a fixer-upper, but
Do you
I
know
got the master bedroom.
I hope that you'll find that there aren't so many bedrooms to speak of. You'll probably have to spend a fair bit of the silver to fix it up, but there should be plenty for you to. And from what I've seen you hefting around those briefcases or those cases, that you might have made away with a few extra things that you could put towards fixing this place up.
Do you know how much we could grow out there?
We can grow like crops. We can grow
We
corn.
could grow all kinds of things. I could plant a garden.
We can grow tomatoes.
Venon's like lit up, like oh, we misses the forest so bad.
And thus begins my Stardew Valley simulator.
Yes, yes,
playing.
yes, yes, yes. Base building, base building.
You got your pause on. We're gonna get into base building stuff.
Give it to me.
But yeah, so yeah, there's your reward, and Arlo says, as for your reward for helping me for future endeavors, I'm afraid that most of my coin is going to have to go towards our efforts in Antiva and in Hossberg. But here's what I'm willing to offer. Should you succeed in helping me reclaim my crown, I will grant you all with titles in Antiva.
Wait, you can give us. Would these titles extend to all family members?
To you and your kin, yes.
I accept.
if we do not desire to extend it to our kin, is that also possible?
Can I have
That's also
Yasmera's title?
I want
Yes.
mine.
Oh.
That is possible. The titles would come with land and income.
I don't have any kin, but
However, this is probably a ways off and it is a stretch. There's a high probability that it may not come to pass, but
in the meantime, can we have your friendship? Real non-transactional friendship. Arlo, I think we've all been through enough at this point.
you have that already.
It extends you two over there also, and he points to the others two's over there.
Garahel just smiles and says, I'm always up for making new friends. I don't suppose any of you are wanting to become wardens, are you? Can I give you an
Oh no!
no.
No.
That's fair.
I'm
Friends
planning
it is
on
then.
living an extremely long time.
I mean, there is someone I know who might want to, though. I have a friend of mine. Her name is Lucia. Let's just say that she got the raw end of a deal. And she is very capable. She has a very strong head on her shoulder.
How she loves
Very
and calls.
strong arm.
The fact that she has any head on her shoulders is far above most Grey Warden recruits, so I would happily speak with her and see if she's willing.
She was a Templar once.
Well, even more so then. Former Templars would definitely be a bolster to our ranks. Sure, make introductions, and I'd be happy to try to convince her joined our doomed brethren.
It's what we do to our friends here. We sentence them to death. Just looks at Garas.
Why did you look at me when you said that? I
Well,
even
But
though
I
you did
could,
look once.
I could just conscript all of you if you prefer to do it that way.
Oh, you can't do that.
No.
Most should, they can.
I didn't vote for you.
I sure
didn't
didn't.
technically exist.
Smiles and Isaiah kind of moves over and places a hand on his shoulder and says, "Enough teasing already. I am personally exhausted, and I need to find the least rat-infested corner of this farmhouse to sleep for the evening. So, it's
If
a
you
pleasure."
want, at the bar, you can take my spot. I'm gonna be gone tonight anyway. There's a bed.
Sure.
Oh, I guess Carter, is that okay?
That will be fine.
Yeah, take my room.
Well, you can take my spot also. I have another place I need to check in on also.
You guys deserve a good night's sleep.
Nodded, and she says, "Thank you."
We'll
And
come back
Carter
in the
keeps it really clean.
Oh, very clean.
It's great.
And we'll come back in the morning. We can have some breakfast too. So
Yeah, Carter, you can make Bloody Marys again.
Yasmera sighs, starts to put together a grocery list.
And so if there aren't any other questions for Dario or
To whom are you selling the blade?
looks up to you, Carter, and says, "I'm not entirely sure. There's Amardis has a contact, a very wealthy patron looking to purchase rare and illicit antiquities somewhere in Ferelden, so she will be transporting and conducting the transaction."
See.
I can provide you with the details once I have them.
Please do.
Well, it's been fun. The case with all of like the extra loot and like the journal that he was transcribing and stuff just kind of like pushes over towards Yaz. Like, I'm sure you'll want to take inventory of that. Takes the case with the second point in it. I have somewhere to be.
All right. Before we get into things y'all want to do post heist, we're gonna play around with time just a little bit here, because I know Venehn, where you're taking the case to, and I know that Garas, you wanted to probably go talk with your pops, and
yeah.
I also know that Yaz has plans too. But all right, before we get into some of those scenes and the scenes that I have for the four of you, I do want to talk about what you got and kind of how this is all going to work. Again, playing out time a little bit. You have the 2,000 silver that you got from Arlo, and then with the silver bars and the gems and everything that you got, you were able to are worth another 2,000. So you have 4,000 total.
I've got that.
Hell yeah.
Fun.
Heck yeah.
My
So
crime.
essentially that's 1,000 apiece that you each have, or 4,000 altogether, if you want to pool it. I want to kind of take a little bit of time to talk about what you want to do with the farmhouse and how y'all want to utilize it, because this is me kind of introducing a sort of base to your operations here. You have the bar, obviously, as a kind of in the city kind of meeting point and stuff, but it's a little public. This is kind of more out of the way, and you can do more training and other sneaky stuff here. It's also kind of out of sight of the guards. So I want to know, I want to establish the layout and the farmhouse and the barn itself are in tremendously bad care. Like, you are starting with essentially a pile of sticks on
Like,
the
it might be better to
counter.
just level it.
It might be. So I kind of want to get an idea of. I don't have like firm mechanics for this. I want to keep it pretty loose. I'm not like, well, you can spend this amount to get this and this amount to get that. But what I want to know is like what y'all are envisioning, and I want to tell you. I'll tell you how much it'll cost. There is a section of the book which does, in the equipment section, which does have a home and hearth section. It gives you kind of an idea of like what things cost that you would put in a home. Most of those are pretty simple, like chairs and beds and things like that, and they range like 30 silver pieces.
Can I get a page number?
Page 88.
88.
Yeah, 88, 89. So you can look at that, but a lot of this, I imagine, is going to be more abstract, because it's really up to you all, like how much you want to put into this place and how much silver you want to save for personal use. So my first major question, and I actually put in a handout, which I believe should be public, that just says homestead in the chat, and this is what we can use to kind of make our notes on like what this place is and what exists here. I'll go ahead and be the one that edits it this time, and then y'all can take over. So
Not in hand. It's in a character sheet.
sorry, it's a character sheet, but I'm utilizing it as a handout. If you go to sheets, you should see one that says
On the
homestead.
left-hand side.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, nice.
Man. So my first question for y'all is what kind of house do you want? Like, what is this place going to be? Are you going to keep it a farm? Are you going to make it into something else? Like, what is the front here?
I think
Like,
if we don't make it into a farm, then we'll stab all of us.
I just want to have a garden. The whole thing doesn't have to be a farm.
yeah, I mean, there are so many things that you could do here, because you could just make it a home and plant yourself and just have it be a house out here. That's one option. I'm just spitballing stuff. You can go off book here. You could set it up as a business or something, so there's a little more traffic coming in and out, and helps disguise some of your activities. It could be something like a tavern, a winery. It could be a what?
A
A vineyard?
winery with a
A
vineyard.
vineyard and a
Ooh.
winery,
With a local wine.
which we could then sell in Carter's bar.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good idea. We could do that. Turn this into a vineyard.
I can grow grapes. I can grow all kinds of stuff. I can grow grapes. I can grow apples. There are other things you make wine out of, but those are the two I know.
I mean, those are the two key
or-
essentials we need.
Peaches. I could plant a peach tree.
Can we grow oranges too? Because I love oranges.
We could have an
Yes.
orchard and a vineyard.
Yes, citrus is good.
Pears, peaches,
Lemons, oranges,
Plums?
limes,
Some plums, maybe?
grapevines, plums.
But what did we call the wine, though?
The best wine ever, because I made it.
Okay, so we'll just put that on the label, the best wine ever, I this, because I made
Yes, with a big picture of my face.
Do we really want you to be the face of the company?
I do.
Okay.
What about Carter, your patron for the bar? The woman in the red dress.
Miss Jenny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
This
right.
would be-
yeah.
Apropos for a good red wine.
Red Jenny.
Red Jenny Winery. Oh, that's good.
I like this.
I like
Roll
that.
credits.
Damn, we fucking did it, dude!
Drink! We said the name!
16 episodes in.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to. It was
That's-
sitting in my brain for the last 45 seconds, and I was
That's
like, how do
really
I get this in character?
Do you think, I guess, Carter, we've never really talked about your patron. Like, should we talk to her? Like, would she mind? Can we put her on the label? Like,
I could arrange a meeting with Lady Jenny. However, I would warn she is very advanced in age and can be somewhat difficult to interact with.
Oh, that's okay. Grandparents love me.
Well, they do. They really do. Grandma's love, man.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to use her name without asking her.
I believe she would find it an honor. She would likely. She is not a well-respected individual in the city, a disgraced noble. Her love of the game got the best of her in her youth, and I believe she may even approve of many of our, what is the word you like to use? Antics.
Also, she's cool.
I think she is quite warm this time of year, but
Well, that's probably good for someone of her age.
yes.
Well, okay. So, I mean, if you think she'd be cool with it, like, I mean, their portrait is crazy awesome, and her bar is cool, and I mean, she obviously thinks you're cool, so like, she has impeccable taste.
I will speak with her, but we could assume a willingness.
Okay. The Red Jenny.
Red Jenny. Let's toast to that. He grabs one of the bottles.
Hell yeah.
All right. So you're gonna go with a winery, vineyards. That's what I put in as like the type of your homestead here. Name Red Jenny Winery, unless you want to.
It's funny to me that you had other options.
I didn't have
just
any options.
just
I was
based on the
making
way that
stuff
like you said that, and all of us were like,
up. I kind of knew as soon as I said that, because I had. It's sort of my mind in this was this place looking like one of the estates in like the Witcher like Blood and Wine expansion.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you've tapped into my soul energy.
okay, so my next questions are going to mostly. This is what's going to dictate how much coin you're spending on this place. It's also going to dictate some more like descriptors that might help.
And so if we, just for like silver purposes, if we're dealing with numbers, if we pool everything we got from Heist Job, we have
4,000
4,000 silver.
Yeah, 4,000.
plus
4,000
whatever you
silver.
had before.
Okay.
I have 4,000 in the party funds, and then my personal funds were in like the 200s. So
Yeah, personal, I have like 130, I think. I also have 100 Imperial silver.
that's true too.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so here's the first question I want to have. So we're doing a winery, so that's going to take a little bit of like restructuring and kind of figuring out how you want to build this place. There is a small cellar that is in the farmstead that they probably like a root cellar that they would have had on the estate, but like I said, or on this land. But like I said, most of it is pretty bare bones and pretty dilapidated. The cheapest option you have for renovating it, like refurbishing it, would probably just to be to use the structure that's there and just kind of like patch it up. Wood structure, nothing too fancy, just trying to make use of the bones that are there. That's probably going to run you around like 200 silver.
Okay.
If you want to go for something a little bit more sturdy, more fortified, you could tear down the place and have it rebuilt in like stone, and have something a little more like beefy that would give you a more fortified position. It's also going to give you a lot more like customization as far as how you want to build it and things that you want to have in place. That's going to run you about 1,000.
I think it's worth it.
That's worth it,
We're
yeah.
doing a lot of business out of
On
it.
the bones, yeah.
Okay.
Especially if like using that cellar, I mean,
Bless you.
that's where the wine aging happens.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So,
I have become fond of secret walls as well. It
Oh
would be a good place to have additional storage of things we do not want seen.
Yeah, that's good,
Mhm.
Carter.
Definitely
Okay.
use it as a hideaway space.
And then we
Uh,
could use the barn for actually, crushing grapes, bottling.
Yeah,
and
that
then
would be
everything could
a good
age in
space
the
for
cellar.
processing.
so the way I want to pitch this at first, so if you're going to go with stone and have like a fortified, brand new, like estate put in here, 1,000 silver, that's probably at a pretty good discount with some of your contacts and stuff too. So the next question I want to have, so I'm putting stone and I'm putting like a tag like fortified on this, so you have a well fortified home. The next question kind of goes into what y'all were talking about. So this is going to just assume the 1,000 just assumes what you need for a winery. So a cellar where you can age the barrels, and the trellises for
Grapes.
the grapes,
Grapevines.
and if you're all going to plant some trees, some space out there as well.
There's several trees. Is any
Yeah.
of that like is any of the winery space like? Can we devote any of that, like if there's like a second floor, to like living space?
Yes. So I'm assuming the basic space here is basic living quarters, and the function, the equipment or that you would need, or the space that you would need for a winery.
Okay.
So that is what that is assuming. Now, you all talking about like secret passages and hidey holes and smugglers areas, things
we
like
have
that.
to give Carter at least one hidey hole.
What I want to know is what special features you want in this place, and these will all add additional price tags depending on like what you're asking for.
I think it should be a very simple, kind of like one of the wine cellar walls where the bottles are kept. That's a false wall that we can slide to the side, and there is like a bit of a smuggler's passage behind it.
And
So
I
are you-
want an escape tunnel.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
about
well,
to say,
so
and
those are two things.
somewhere to.
Are you talking about because the smuggler's passage? I was thinking an escape, like a tunnel out. Are you talking about that or some sort of secret room?
Both.
Both, yeah.
False
So-
wall goes into. It could even just like go out, fork off, smuggler's area, keep illicit substances, whatever, and then another place to get
There's
the hell out
passage,
if we
yeah.
need
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Okay, smuggler's tunnel leading.
So it's
somewhere
a
off the
smuggler's
property.
passage with storage.
And I assume like
Yeah.
so that would be like leading off the property.
Yeah.
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 Okay. And some sort of like chamber or room.
I like the idea of like it comes out of like a false well, like a well that isn't like getting the water table anymore, and we just like pop out with like a little ladder.
Yeah, is that
Okay.
how you want to get haunted?
Yes.
Because that's a ring situation.
Do you want ghosts? Because that's how you get
That's how you
ghosts.
get ghosts.
So
That's how you
smuggler's
get
tunnel leading
Samara.
off the property from the basement to a false
I'm
well.
Yasmera, okay?
It's the accent.
And a built into that is some sort of like secondary like storage space.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know, just in case.
Never know. Okay, I'm gonna probably price that at about 500 in additional, so that'll be 1,500 total.
Okay.
Is there anything else that y'all want?
I just
a
like.
wine,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think perhaps another smaller building for employees. Running a winery
Oh,
might be
yeah.
outside of our
Yeah.
force work.
And we are gonna have to hire people, so that's probably.
Oh, we could hire Reggie. Why don't we hire Reggie to help out at the winery?
I have a system in place for hiring people.
Can he
too,
be
so
our
we'll
major
get to-
domo?
Are you asking me, or are you asking that in case?
Well, I'm asking you because I'm assuming that everyone else is on board. I'll ask in character.
100%.
We should hire Reggie to be
I
like
think
our
we
major
sh-
domo,
We
right?
owe
Like he'd
him.
kick ass
We
at
really
that.
do.
No, I think he's very experienced. He has tons of experience, organizing groups of people
He was
working.
the head.
Carter, what do you
head
think?
of
You ran the
that.
bar.
Sorry, my internet popped out and you said my name. What?
I was just saying, what do you think about hiring Reggie to be our major domo? You ran the bar? I mean,
Having not met the man myself, I must rely on your descriptions. He seems capable and in need of work.
and he's got the attitude, which I really like. Okay. Val, is that enough? Did I do enough roleplay work? Can I?
Yes, that's fine. I just wanted to, I wanted to know if that's what, if I was saying that because I didn't answer for a tick. And it
Oh
was
no,
because
I know. I'm just being an asshole.
character. So I want to step back. So some sort of staff housing. Now, my question for this: so detached from the main property, so its own like separate kind of house.
Yeah, give
are you
it,
wanting that
like their own
constructed?
space.
Is that like a wood construction, like less fortified than the main area, or do you want that made stone as well?
I don't want to treat our employees like crappy servant
Yeah,
people.
no, we should give them a
Yeah.
nice space.
A nice,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nice
I'm
living
gonna-
space, their own bedrooms, like a kitchen and shit,
Mhm.
A place where they can actually like live.
Yeah.
If they want.
Okay,
Not
I'm gonna price
required,
that at another.
But if they
500.
want like a good
500,
living
So that's
space, yeah.
2,000.
That puts us at 2,000 total that y'all
Okay.
are spending there. Is there anything else specifically y'all want for the
I just like
accommodations? And now this can start going into, it doesn't necessarily have to be a feature of the house. It could be wanting like training equipment. It could be wanting.
I was about to ask if we can put training equipment behind the house, like, just training, like a little area, like with training
Like a
dummies.
yard.
Yeah, like in the yard, like training dummies back there, because Garas is definitely going to use that area for that.
me too.
I can second that. Yeah.
Do you want it to be like a courtyard, like in the center, or like within the property, or do you want it to be? Like,
That's
behind the
probably
property?
better. It probably would look very weird to have training grounds in the middle of a vineyard. So yeah, somewhere inside so that
Yeah.
we can do that.
I'm imagining
Okay.
my mind's eye is going to more of like a Roman kind of construction with like
Yeah.
okay. That won't be as expensive. I mean, the training equipment, the dummy stuff, that's negligible in compared to what we're talking about.
We can
probably
pull
say-
all of the hay out, like all of the like shitty rotten hay out of the barn and turn that into training dummies. Like
Yeah, if you're wanting a good like training space, good like kind of secreted training space, I'll say additional, say 150 silver.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
what I was gonna argue for was I think we should all have our own bedrooms and spend a little bit of money making them comfortable. Cause some of us have never had that shit. And we worked really hard for this.
I'd be
So-
down to extend that to Ty and Lucia as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like a
totally.
couple, like add a couple of guest spaces in,
Yeah.
like where people can come and stay.
Yeah.
I just,
Like,
I mean,
like maybe 8 bedrooms altogether.
yeah. It's like,
Okay.
is it
So-
mechanically useful? I don't know, but roleplay wise, Venehn is like,
Yes.
no, feather beds. Please. Like,
so getting
come on.
into the decorations and like the interior and design and that kind of stuff is kind of sounds like that's where we're going right now. Are you wanting
how much
something
is a statue of me?
No, we don't need a statue of you. We're going to have a statue of me.
1,000
Like, can
silver?
we have
No.
a statue of both of us?
You have a statue
If
of
we
all
get, if
four
we
of you
combine
over
the two of us into one statue, they'll probably give us a discount, right?
They would.
How much
yeah.
is a statue of the two of us?
Okay, let's discuss this again in the broad picture. Y'all can decide what these decorations are, because what it sounds like we're discussing is, are you going with, so the living like interior that I described is kind of ranges from like squalid to from like basically just dumpster diving for shit to put in your
No.
house. There would be like a kind of like a basic comfortable area, which is just like essentials, but nothing like too special. Comfortable beds, but like single beds, that sort of thing, or like a lavish decoration interior, which is like plush feather beds, plenty of space, nice decorations.
I mean, Venehn would advocate. This is me saying lavish and advocate at the same time. Venehn would would advocate for the lavish stuff, but not like actually being shitty like he usually is like, listen, like this is our one chance to like have our own spaces and like be comfortable and like really be able to like wind down for once in our fucking lives.
Garas will 100% agree because this is a place he wants to take his dad to show off. So he wants like his papa to be proud of him. So
like if we really want to make this home,
yeah.
if we're going to make it nice for everybody else, we might as well make it nice for us.
I suppose it would look better as a front if it looked like we actually
I will
had
say,
some money to put in.
We could get you a
Mechanics-wise,
California
too.
king.
mechanics wise, this would also lead to like
She needs a
bonuses with,
California king. She's 6'8". Jesus.
what I will give you here is like mechanics wise too. This will give you situational bonuses for like social checks if you have a more like lavish interior. If you have somebody that you're showing your place.
I think Venen's like approach is we could get like a few really nice things. Like we could have these guest rooms. We could all have like feather beds and like all this nice shit. And then like if we need extra decorations, we could get some like gold-plated shit, hang it up on the walls. Like fancy people will love that. Whatever. Like.
So
But he's like super into like, I just really want everybody to be comfortable.
I'd probably price this at another 500.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
About
2650.
2650.
Yeah, 2650.
We're still barely past halfway.
Yeah.
And we bought Yasmera a feather bed that's a California king.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Someone
shit,
is
what
sick.
that
was-
shit is
what was the
8
lavish
feet
stuff?
long and...
How much was lavish stuff again? 500, you said?
500, yeah.
Okay.
I can't spell the word accommodations. Let me fix that.
That's okay, no one can.
Okay. Is there anything else as far as features interior that people are?
Would it be worth our time or money to have a smithy on hand?
I know a guy.
Oh, interesting.
And I do know a guy, the guy who made us the fake halberds. I think he would really appreciate a second location to work out of.
No, we are going to have to think about
It would be
paying
my
all
guess
these people we
that-
hire on.
So yeah, this will get to employees,
it's
which is
shitty
the
right
last bit. Hirelings, which is the last bit for this. That we can go ahead and transition into because that is another aspect of this that actually is in game. They classify them as minions. I prefer employees.
Hiring employees,
banana.
yes.
Yeah, you cannot.
I
have a
wasn't
bunch
gonna
of
say it.
minions running around your vineyard. So the list of different minions you can have in the book terms.
You can't
I
call
know.
them minions.
Well, that's how they're labeled in the book.
Employees.
It starts at page 323 and it goes past that. There's a whole list of them. And the way that I'm going to handle this is not necessarily an upfront cost, but a percentage that will be deducted from any future scores you have. So that will be,
I like that.
That's a good. Yeah, I like that.
I prefer that, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to look over the different employees, minions that you can
So
have.
we've got...
Yeah, I'll read over them for the book. From the book, there are a few. There's bodyguards,
Don't need 'em.
servants, which is probably where fuck, I forgot his name.
Reggie.
Reginald.
Reggie. Mhm.
Where that's what he would fall under. Squire, comrade at arms, right hand, flunky, magister's apprentice. That one's probably not going to be one that you can find easily in Orlais. Orlesian bard, easier. Scouts or the seneschals. I think that's how you pronounce it. That actually might. You know what? Now that I
That's
think
more
about it,
Reggie.
Reginald
Seneschal.
probably fall under that.
Yeah.
How do you say that word? Does anyone know?
Seneschal.
Seneschal.
You said it right,
Seneschal.
yeah.
Did I say it right?
Seneschal, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, presiding high above the run-of-the-mill servants. The seneschal oversees not only the household staff, but also the day-to-day running of the noble
Also
house.
political advisor and procurers.
The last one is a fence.
Essentially, somebody that can buy and sell stuff for you.
No, but I do think, like, I mean, I know we keep like joking around about Reggie and everything, but I do think like having like a seneschal, like a major domo of the estate,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
a lot of the
Be
time
incredible.
we're not gonna be here.
Yeah, we need someone to run the place when we're not there.
Yeah, and I
Um,
will say here's the other piece that's going to come into it. The more in touch they are with your criminal enterprises, the higher this percentage is going to be, and the more risk there is involved with their employment, the higher the percentage is going to be.
So like a seneschal, a bunch of servants essentially to run the vineyard itself, with the seneschal kind of running the show.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
say like several servants who run the winery and everything who just think they work at a winery,
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think
and then a
the
very
way-
expensive seneschal.
I
Yeah.
think the way that I think for ease and game mechanics here, because I don't think it's interesting for me to be like, well, how many servants do you have and how much percentage is that going to be? Because you're going to have like basic operation costs that you're going to have with a winery, and also basic like profit that you would have with it. We're going to be doing a bit of a time skip, so we're going to assume that you're turning a profit by the time that we are like kind of concluding this interlude period. So the seneschal, I think we can just assume a number of like hands, like basic level servants, employees that will help. They won't provide you any benefits, but they're also not going to detract any. We're just kind of assuming they are there for
Day-to-day
basic,
operations.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So if you're wanting to go with something a little bit fancier for your for whining it and going to go to the seneschal instead of just like a head servant, then we will then that it'll run you a little bit more, not much. I'm thinking like 5% for that.
For one guy we can really trust.
I feel like that should go up a little higher than that. Because if we're gonna like trust this dude with like the stuff we do, like, you know, to keep your trap shut, no snitching.
5% plus healthcare.
Again, the 5% is just off of the bounty that you have. I'm not giving you all profits for like passive income for the farm or for the vineyard.
So 5% of everything we get goes to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also he's getting paid just a normal salary based on like your profits from the vineyard.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Makes
love
sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 5% for that. Is there what
Who-
else are you looking
Can
for?
we
Do we
please,
want like a scout or something, or not a scout? Somebody else to like just keep an eye on things.
before we move on to that, can we just GM please put a pin in somebody's got to do a scene hiring Reggie, please.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna play out these.
Okay, cool,
people
great.
You're hiring. Yeah,
Love
they're
it.
not just gonna like
Excellent.
appear on your farm
Love
like
it.
like you purchased them from the store.
One seneschal,
So do we
please.
want like a flunky who's just like, this says
Yeah.
a bit shadier than a right hand, willing to undertake more morally ambiguous tasks.
I feel like we would have one.
Mm-hmm.
Just to like keep a
I do like that
general
the
eye on
procurer-
things.
Just says knows a guy.
Knows a guy.
Yeah.
No, it's very good.
I think a flunky on hand would be good too, because like,
Just, like, keep a
seneschal
flunky.
is Yeah, Seneschal's keeping everything, tip top shape and running the servants and has an idea of what's going on, but the flunky
Keeps
gotta
like a
run the
deep
other
eye on
shit.
things, and will like go to the seneschal, being like, "Hey, there's some fucking shit going on, like, dude."
I feel like the flunky is the one who makes sure, who keeps like the smugglers run the secret rooms all in.
Yeah,
order.
yeah. That's good.
Okay. Given that they're running into some of the more risky endeavors and stuff, I think it balances out to say that's another 5% for
Okay.
That's
for
fair.
Flunky.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to create an NPC.
It'll be Subway Eat Fresh.
No, we're not bringing.
No,
someone
he's gone forever.
He's gone forever.
You'll never see him. He's dead in a ditch somewhere.
Damn, he was an attorney too. That would really help us out.
You can't say that.
So I want to know, we're getting close to time. I knew this was going to take a bit. I'm perfectly happy with that.
3
'cause,
more hours.
like I said, we
Yeah.
got through the 1 bullet point instead of the like 6 bullet points. But
I'm
happy
sorry,
with
you
our-
came into this session saying, "Oh, do you want to do some base building?
Yeah. No, I'm happy with it though.
Do you know me?
So,
Do you know what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks of my life? It's playing Subnautica."
the other good thing with these people, like they all have their own stats. You can see like what their bonuses are to do stuff, like the things you can ask them to do essentially, for you, because these do have like, again, that mechanical benefits of like, hey, go do this thing, or hey, come with me to help do this. But I want to know if there's anything else. So you said no to bodyguards. You don't want any like hired like muscle or anything. The flunky kind of like strides that line of like a thief that you can go out to send some stuff, but also kind of like a little bit of muscle if you need it.
Yeah, I think we're more relying on the flunky to be like the internal spy to like notify if shit's going down.
Yeah, because the flunky skills are in communication, deception, constitution, cunning, lock picking, and strength. It looks like their bonuses. Their bonuses are like deception, lock picking, and then they have a pretty high strength score too. Whereas I didn't say for the seneschal.
For etiquette.
Etiquette is 6 with etiquette.
That's a major
Communication is a
domo.
4.
right there.
Etiquette would put him at a 6. Heraldry, but
We
not
should get
very
one of
good.
those.
Not strong. Not strong
Not
at all.
strong at
Minus
all.
2 to strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
so that's
shouldn't need
perfect
to.
then. Yeah.
No.
Not like a combat.
But
button
yeah,
or
I think. I
something.
mean, I don't imagine we have a bunch of like beefy bodyguards like wandering around the place if we're trying to pass it off as a legitimate
Path it off as
business,
Yeah.
a legitimate business.
Mhm.
Exactly.
which it is.
100% is, yeah.
I love it.
Is there anyone else that you're interested in?
If things get real, maybe we'll hire some bodyguard types, but for now.
Yeah, and this isn't permanent. You can decide to hire more. You could decide to fire someone if you want to get some of this back.
So we've got our like major domo. We've got.
I will make you role play firing someone though if you decide to do that. At
Oh
the-
my god. We're not firing
Hire
anyone.
Reggie just to fire him.
They're gonna have to really fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
We will do a performance improvement plan. I have to go to work tomorrow. So we have we have our seneschal, we have our major domo, we have a flunky who's like taking care of the
The seneschal major dome is one person. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that we're
yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
Is that's what
You've hired
same
two.
guy.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I
two
was
people.
saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that covers it.
And we
least to
have like
start,
a
yeah. I think that's good.
staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, oh wait, here's my question. So we're doing the winery and selling the wine at the bar.
Yeah.
hmm
Are we doing like hosting? Are we gonna put it up for like hosting rich people at the winery?
I think we should.
I think
The
with our
unnamed
fancy
tavern is
guest
not
rooms.
the best place for that sort of thing.
Yeah, so
we-
like having having like a space for hay.
And we could try to expand. Like maybe we could hire another person if we want to like increase profits or whatever.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Like a face, like
sell
a
it
waiter.
throughout. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things to point out that I will say like could be a benefit to you. Again, these are not saying like, oh, you should buy these things or you should hire these people. But things that were like pointing out to me as things that might be good for you. The there was one I was looking for here. No, that's not exactly what I was expecting. The Orlesian Bard would be good if you're like entertaining people, if you want somebody to like play music and also kind of listening in. Bards are spies essentially. The other one I was looking at is the Procurer, again, because getting things for you that you might need for a job or for your winery might help. They can kind of bargain for things and lower the prices on goods that you are trying to buy.
I would go for the argument of having a procurer because we would need things not only for the winery, but when we do our heists, it would be good to have someone we can send out.
Yeah, I think hiring a procurer that is like a legit fence.
Yeah, that would be the understanding here.
And
is-
the procurer also, can we say the procurer also helps us get the wine out into the city, not just our bar? Like we can start selling it in other taverns.
Yeah, I mean that can kind of fall into the like they're selling your stuff and buying stuff for you.
Okay.
Like that can kind of fall into the
Just
same
sort of
thing.
put a bug in other taverns' ear.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I think having a bard would be good.
Mhm. So you'd want a bard and a procurer, or we just want the procurer?
I mean, I think having a bard is always good. Like, 1, entertainment. 2, listening in and secrets keeping.
Okay, I think then that's a good
I
argument.
think
for
if we
having
could find
Okay.
like a performer who we can like contract to be like, hey, you know, we'll give you a performance space. You get to perform, and you do this other stuff for us, and we pay you.
Between a bard
And you get tips.
and between a bard and a pure procurer, then do we need the flunky?
Flunky is more like muscle, and for like some like actual like stealing shit for you if you
Yeah,
needed to.
that's kind of
If
we
you're
like
looking for someone,
stealing.
if your idea for the flunky was
We do
to
like
keep an
stealing, you're
eye
right.
on things and like keep an ear to the ground, if it was mostly
That
for
might be the
information,
bard.
then that would
Yeah,
more
that
be
might be the bard.
that
Yeah,
you're
you might
looking
be
for.
right.
All right, so no flunky then, just those
Okay.
three
Okay.
then.
We
Yeah.
fired the
Yeah.
flunky.
We never hired the
we
flunky.
never
We'll play
hired
that
the
later.
flunky.
So you want to go for the bard and the procurer then?
The
Yeah.
bard, the procurer, and then
Seneschal.
Seneschal.
yeah, we have our staff and we have our seneschal.
All right, I'm gonna put each of them at a 5%, so this will be 15% total.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Doable.
All right, cool. So we will have a seneschal, a bard, and a procurer.
We'll
The bard
talk
will be-
about like obviously they're gonna get some PTO, and
yeah,
Mhm.
we can talk about bennies and stuff later on. The bard will find Arlo is not going to be your bard. Of
course.
you
Well,
can't
no.
afford Arlo.
that's a
Uh,
prince. No, but I
Uh,
feel like we like find somebody who's like been trying to break into the scene and like they're very good, but maybe just haven't like been able to get the claws in yet. We're like, hey, if you want a
Opportunity.
space, we'll give you that if, you know, we can have this understanding.
And we won't pay in exposure.
Nope.
No, we'll actually pay
Pay
you.
you silver.
And also, whatever tips you get are yours.
Yes.
Okay. So, just to recap before we conclude our session, since we are running right up against time.
No.
No,
I want a base bill.
I know. I
we
know.
have the your type is a winery and vineyard. You're calling it the Red Jenny Winery, unless there's a different name you wanted to go for.
No, it's perfect.
No, how could it?
The
How could it
construction
be
is
different?
stone fortified, and the features you picked are a smuggler's tunnel leading off the property to from the basement to a false well with a secondary storage space. The staff housing, which is also stone fortified, comfortable living space. A training courtyard with equipment, and lavish decorations and living accommodations. The total for that coming to $26.50. And then the employees that you've picked are the Seneschal, which again is Reginald, and we'll replay that, and then the to be decided Bard and the Procurer.
Yeah.
Okay, that is all on the homestead sheet for our use. I'll probably add in some things about like what the actual mechanics of these things will be. But I probably won't be able to plan out everything, and we'll just have to deal with circumstantially. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I think for homework for next time, if y'all want to think about any like what this place actually looks like, if you want to come up with like reference images or something like that, if you want to find something that's like this is what it looks like and this is what my room looks like, and you can decide all that with that in mind, that you have that lavish decorations as well. But yeah, I think that's where we will call our session for tonight, and then we will start next week with some of the scenes from that, because I know there are some scenes, and I'm sorry we didn't get to those today.
We base built. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Built.
So much fun.
Base built.
But we'll get to those scenes next time, and we'll have some fun kind of interlude stuff to deal with before we get on to whatever the next job is going to be. So thank you, everyone. Let's go ahead and do stars and wishes for the night. Just go in order.
As always, I will go first.
Go for it. Let's just do it in order.
I'll do it. Hello, it's me. My star is gonna go to Yasmera for committing to her bit in the middle of a horrible combat where a carriage is on fire and her friends are getting stabbed, and the Carter is doing his best to protect her, to say, I'm gonna pick this lock. And I say that to be funny, but I also say that because, like, Yasmera knows what she's good at, and when she finds an opportunity to use that, be it stealing or doing these like very intricate like social moves, or saving the hero of Deva, she'll do it, and I respect that about her, and I think it's fun to watch that play out. So yes, that's my star.
Also, she trusts that her friends can wipe the floor with anyone, so
they'll learn that about her one day. But yeah, she knows what she's good at, and she does it. And I love that, because it shows itself in a lot of different ways. My wish is I want... I think I've said this before, but it was a million years ago. I'm very excited for Venehn to sort of go back to his patron after this whole heist, and he was incredibly successful. But he's not super interested in what his patron has to say. He's super interested in what Amara has to say, because her job was sort of riding on him doing a good job. And that's never happened before. So I'm just really interested in sort of playing out those scenes and like seeing how their relationship changes from here, because I can't imagine it's going to stay exactly the same. So... yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Van. Sid.
My star goes to Carter for anachronistically giving us Bubble Boy in the middle of Dragon Age. It was clutch. It was amazing. It gave me a giggle. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It was awesome. Thank you, Carter. Wish. Ooh. I really want to play out how much information Fadira and know are getting about this this meeting, because she was just hired to go and listen, and she did. We'll see what they get. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interject with a second wish. I want to know about Wolf's face tattoos. That's all.
That's
Oh yeah. That's
too.
it.
Also, I want to go on a date with Wolf, but that's later. Anyway.
Thank you, Sid. Wally.
Oh boy, my star goes to Venn. I just loved the whole thing. Like, it was even though it was such a minor thing, it was just a thing of Venn just like elbowing the guy that they were fighting out of the way so they could aim with the bow and then shoot the bow through past this guy through one guy's shoulder to hit another guy. Was just, it was such a great scene. I really liked that. That gave me such a giggle.
He's good at one thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the whole thing is like everyone in this group is good
Archer
at
slash
one
fuckboy.
thing.
There you
Yeah,
go.
like everyone in this group is good at one thing, and you never saw like it was like during the fight in the tower. Yeah, we kind of saw it, but this combat was, we really got to see what everyone is really good at combat wise, and everyone shined in that. So I guess my star is just for everyone for the combat. It was such a great dynamic combat scene because I'm a sucker for combat in TTRPG. So, and this wet my whistle in the good, best possible ways. That's my star right there. My wish is kind of like now tagging onto the wish I made last week that eventually Garas is going to have to tell his dad what he does. But now he has something he can show off to his dad and be really proud of, and that he's actually doing something legit. So I really want to have the family dinner at the new place so he can come off and show off, hey, look what I'm doing. I'm doing all of this to help you out, to help you support both of us. And I really am curious to see how his dad reacts to that, because his dad is a very prideful guy, you know, because he sunk himself into like drunken squalor after the family name was ruined. So now he has something to help, you know, the family name become something big again. Not only just the business, but after the offer that was given to him, like say, you can get,
Idols.
yeah. So it's something that, because the fact that, yeah, he has this business, but if he gets the titles, his dad's gonna go, where the hell did you get this from? Like, how did you get this? And I feel like that is going to cause something there. So I'm really curious to see how all of this plays out with his dad and how he takes it. Yeah, that's my stuff there.
I love it.
Oh, and I want to
All
go on
right.
a date. I want to go on a date with Lucia. That's also too.
Well, you better,
So-
because if she becomes a Grey Warden, your time is limited.
Yep.
Dear. I'm going to my stars definitely got to go to Arya Garrus Stark taking on 4 dudes like by himself and just racking up some damage, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Brave as hell too. I loved it. And my wish is geez, to not have a Swiss cheese memory because I forgot both my star and my wish that I had in my head just a second ago. Oh, okay. Kind of going off of something else that Wally said about how we got to shine more in this combat. I want to have a big ass fucking combat with a lot of really high stakes and a lot of danger, something that I would call the when the doom music kicks in kind of fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Big cinematic, run through some resources, get hurt a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I want that. We kind of got a little bit of that with the ogre too, but more.
Yeah. We're
More, please.
we're getting to it. Part of that is me trying to figure out how much punishment y'all can take. We haven't done a whole lot of combat, and this system is still new to me, so I think I'm dialing in about where y'all can be at. So it is coming with combat based on things that are planned for the future. So all right, that is where we are going to
Thank you for the
conclude
game.
our session for tonight.
Thank you for the
Thank
game.
you for the game. We will be back next week to continue and do a little bit of,
Can it be next week yet?
I know, do a little bit of
No.
social intrigue and drama and all that
I
stuff.
can't believe
so-
I look forward to Mondays.
I know, right?
Real.
Gives you a
Like I wake
reason.
up and I'm like,
Seriously.
fuck yeah, it's Monday. Like, okay, here we go.
That's awesome.
We will, but like I said, yeah, we'll be back next week, and so hold your breath until then. We will. No, please don't. I don't want to see y'all pass out on stream. Start like falling.
gas
like
leak? No.
flies. Join us in the meantime. Our next regularly scheduled stream will be on Thursday. We will be picking up with the penultimate episode of Elegant Creatures before we move on to our new season. So hang out with us for that at 7 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday. I forgot my days for a second. Thank you to my lovely
If
players.
you hadn't
for
said
being
it, no
us.
one would have noticed.
I know. Thank you to my lovely players for making this enjoyable, doing awesome things, and really diving into the space building stuff, because I know y'all well enough to know that you were gonna like it, but there is that thought in my head that a group could just be like, yeah, can we just skip past this because we want to go on to. So I'm glad.
Well,
that's,
I'm here, so I love it, and I'll make everyone else do it.
I'm glad that's scratching an itch for most of you at least.
Base building made brain
So
go
I am excited to see what y'all do with it. But that's it for now. Thank you everyone out there for watching, and until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Par-delà le temps, la menace grandit. Si loin dans le silence, on entend ses cris. Par-delà les terres, son nom fait frémir. Préparez-vous, le néant arrive. Les légendes ne se trompent point, de la peur ils se nouent.